Good to go.
Damn, I was gonna start off with a song. Thank you. Episode 62.
62.
What's the show? What's the name of this show?
Fuck Your Opinion podcast show.
Good job. Good job. Who gets a golden star?
Welcome back. I know.
You do.
If you didn't pause, I would have messed up again.
Yeah, I know.
What up, what up?
What up? What up?
Welcome back, welcome back.
Welcome back. We have a special guest in the building.
Special guest in the building.
Friend of the show.
Friend of the show, avid listener.
Avid listener.
Tell your name to the people.
People them.
I'm Kimmy.
This is Kimmy in the building.
Nice, Kimmy.
I'll try not to embarrass.
You guys like, I figured, this is the way I wanted to, You guys know about this?
Ice cream truck?
Yeah. Do you know, like, the origin?
No. Oh, don't tell me the whole, I know.
So, the last day of Black History, I wanted to, like, enlighten the kids on their nursery rhymes that they love. So I started the class with this song. And they was like, Miss McCray, what you gonna, whatever. So I'm like, you guys know, like, this song, like, has, like, some, racist connotations to it.
Yeah.
So a dude by the name of James C. Brown in 1916, he wrote this song called If Your Ears Hang Low. And, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, and it had that jingle, but it was a bit more sped up. Yeah. You wanna hear it?
Yeah.
For real? Oh, shit. I didn't think you would. But yeah, so they were really, flabbergasted by that. So it was just kind of funny. They was like, I'm never eating ice cream from the truck again. I'm like, hey.
But the original song.
Yeah, the original song was, it was meant for that. James C. Brown. But yeah, while I'm putting this up, how's everybody doing? How's everybody doing?
Good.
Well, it's kind of hard to speak to how you're feeling after something like in the middle of something like
Not
that.
that heavy. It's not like I said, it's not like I said anything crazy heavy.
It just didn't, it just don't flow right.
It's not
It
that
just
serious.
feels a
You'll be
little
fine.
different.
There's Haagen-Dazs.
But I guess we good.
There's,
We alive.
There's Ben and Jerry's. You'll be fine.
Wait, what?
Cause you seem heartbroken. Like,
No, it's not.
somber. It's
you
hard to
asked
transition.
us in the middle of pulling up some
I know, but I mean,
I guess.
whatever.
Episode number 62.
Yes.
I'm feeling
Episode
great.
62.
Wow, 62.
We up
I
there.
know.
We at AARP. Right?
It's not 65?
I thought ain't it 60?
62 might be the new age.
Hold up, sidebar. Didn't you say Reef was walking up 10 minutes ago?
I mean,
He
he
said
texted that.
I'm walking up.
He means he's walking from the train station, not walking
Oh,
up, I guess.
I mean,
I'm assuming.
that's funny.
Oh, probably. So, yeah, what was the highlight of you guys this week?
You guys can go first. Ladies first.
I asked the
Ladies
question.
first. Make sure ladies first, because I don't know how you be doing.
Oh, dear, McCray. Please don't start with me today.
Because I have to tread lightly with you, because every time I say something,
He already sat down here and tried to declare, black men lives matter and during Women's
Hey,
History Month. I'm
'cause
just saying.
shout
You
out,
know?
Shout out to the Women Dem.
Let's announce that. It's Women's
Fear,
History.
Women's History.
Word.
But since y'all want to go first, I guess my highlight was so I'm putting together a Black History show at my school, and there's this particular scene that we're working on, and I seen it come, and I seen it in fruition. Like it's one of those powerful scenes of the show, and there's this kid, he can really really sing, and so he's singing Change is gonna come.
Who?
I'm not gonna say his name. What's wrong with you?
I just wanted to
Who? What's his name? What's the kid's name?
I just wanted his initials.
No.
Oh, okay, fine.
Backside. So, and Homeboy can really sing, and it sound like.
For real?
Yeah,
Okay.
you gotta come
okay,
watch.
for talent.
You gotta come watch. It's this Wednesday.
I'll
So
actually be there this Wednesday.
that was actually my high point, to see that scene.
Oh, you know what? I thought was cool this week. I happened to be at Excel this week, and I rolled up on McCray.
Oh boy.
but he was giving a young girl who was about to go on the stage and perform a pep talk, and it was actually really cool to see. And I was supposed to text you and tell you that, my bad, because I kind of rolled up on you and it was on some negative shit.
Always. Like, I'm dead ass doing my job. I'm doing my job for the kids them, for the picnic them, and then you want to do some asshole shit. I does what I does.
I didn't intend to come out.
Yeah, you did. Yeah, you did.
But at least I shouted you out. But that was cool, man.
Thanks.
How was her performance?
It was great. I mean, it was the first time she ever performed poetry. She's a powerful poet. Like she writes like with a lot of conviction and like she writes as if she experienced it. So you should read her stuff.
How old is she?
She's 12.
Oh, okay.
She's a new student at our school. And like she's great.
Dope.
But yeah, that was my highlight. What up, Reef?
What up, Reef?
Shit. What up?
What up?
You know, same shit. That's dope. You giving out pep talks and shit.
Man,
that's fire, man.
Outside, of
you are
coaching.
a coach, though. I've seen you do that. I've seen you do that. I guess it's just
teaching
in a different
capacity.
Yeah. In a different
like it's
space.
difficult though. Like this week, like even coaching, we had a game. That's another highlight. We won by 1 point, so we finished the season in first place.
Hey,
like watching that, shout out,
Good stuff.
Hell yeah.
shout out.
Okay, so.
But like sometimes it's hard.
So it's over?
So the season's over. The playoffs start. We got to bye, so we'll play like the following week. So that means we'll be one game.
I gotta
away.
catch a game before the season's out.
You gotta
Raine.
catch.
No, when?
Yeah,
what's
we
up?
had Barclays, Raine.
I
We
know.
had, and we're gonna play again
that
after Barclays again
Say
at the
that,
end of the
yeah.
month.
Oh, you do?
We're gonna play at the end of the month. We're playing against your brother's school.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
word.
So it's lit.
Yeah. So no excuses. Yeah. Right.
They have a team.
He just put something together just for the experience.
Oh.
Yeah.
They about to get.
Yeah, they gonna get
smoked.
They gonna get all the smoke.
Oh shit! So another ring
So
coming.
keep
Yeah.
it posted for the Barclays game.
Definitely, it's gonna be the 27th, March 27th. I'll send you the
A
link.
lot is going on. I'll be there. I'll be there. No, I
That
will.
doesn't sound
No,
promising.
I will. I'm gonna write it in my journal.
A lot of yeah, I'll be there.
I'm gonna come.
coming. I'm coming right now.
So you on record? Another ring is coming.
Another if we
Another ring is coming.
Another ring is
You
coming,
on
man.
record. All right.
You coming to the you coming to the chip this year, right?
Oh yeah, hell yeah. You know, we in
When's
there.
the chip?
We in there, yeah.
Well, I'm putting it out there, but when we get there, it's gonna be I think around the same week as 27th. That weekend.
Oh, it's lit.
Weekend. Yeah,
I'm in there.
That'd be.
No,
She gonna be here all the
for
play-
real.
all the
That
games.
sounds. Playback
gonna be at
last
all
year's
the
episode
games.
around this time.
Yo,
Episode.
I wasn't gonna say nothing, Raine.
Episode 38.
We need to edit.
Yeah, man.
27.
Yeah, we're gonna have that game. You know what I'm saying?
I'm
Got the
in
championship game. Rewind.
no.
Oh, yeah, it's lit. I'm in there, McCray.
No, I'm going to the Barclays game, and I'm definitely going to the chip.
Damn, I wish
The
I
game,
had my
the
soundbite.
Barclays game is at 7. I'm assuming, right?
Yes. The same
Perfect.
time. Same
All right,
time.
it's
Oh, wait,
lit.
I play my brother's school at Barclays.
Yeah, it's gonna be dope.
So you gotta go to that.
Who's coaching my brother?
I think so.
He ain't tell
Thanks,
you?
bro. I'm just finding this out right now, live. Well, shit.
I mean, that's something we just kind of like, you know what I'm saying?
I mean, he mentioned it.
Yeah.
But I guess he did it,
And
bro.
then you gonna act like you ain't hear nothing about it? That's how people be.
Nah. I mean, no,
Well, it's probably one of those things
mentioned
where he
saying
knew.
like, "Yo, we don't have a team." That's what I was saying. Y'all, they don't even
'Cause
have
they
a
don't
team.
have a
He was
team.
like, "Yo,
Oh.
they don't have a team. It would be dope if we had one, like
Yeah.
a year ago." And now
Oh.
I had,
Like when Raine said she was coming.
is what I'm saying. Like,
Ooh. Shots fired! Shots fired! Damn, I need a soundbite. Don't sound the
shit.
same.
double team.
I didn't
boy.
mean to bring it back. I didn't mean to bring it
You just
back.
had to bring it back. Like when Rain said she was
That should be a meme.
even though I said it
Some
4
GIF
times
or
already.
something.
No, I'm there. I'm there for
Okay.
both. Barclays and the chip.
You heard it first.
You heard it here first.
You
heard it
heard it
first.
first. Right?
Have you guys ever played on the team before? Like any type of
Yeah, I
sports
played.
thing? You play ball?
I always tell my one main story. I could shoot. I had no inside game, right?
Yeah.
And I shot from half court.
It went in?
It went in.
Oh, wait.
The coach was like,
I'm saying, did you like shoot it? wait. Was it like 5 minutes left?
I don't
type
remember
of shit?
the
Or
context.
was it like?
You know
Like
what
the
it was?
1 second
Yeah.
shot.
A lot
1
of
second shot.
times I was guard.
I mean, shit,
No, I was
she
small
shot it, she
forward,
made it.
but I would bring the ball up the court, right? And so I would always kind of like I had no inside game. I don't know why. It's like once I got to a certain point, I was forced to either pass or shoot. Basically, so I found myself at the half court, and I was like, "What to do? Nobody's open."
Listen, I'm open, coach.
Hold up.
Nah, shit.
Y'all didn't peep what she Wookie do? Y'all
That's
didn't
not
hear
I
that?
said what to
You
do.
said Wookie do?
Not Wookie do. I said what to do.
That's what she said when she made the shot. Oh, Wookie do?
Well, it went in, so
That's all that matters.
That's all that
really.
matters.
Shit's
Pretty
a
much.
buck is a
Q,
buck is a
you play
buck.
any sports?
Yeah, I was on the softball team.
Yeah.
You want to know a funny ass story about Q and her sports?
What?
Her sports shit. So when I was teaching gym, she came into
Oh,
one of
that's a
my
good
gym
story,
classes, and I'm teaching volleyball. You know what I'm saying? So I happen to be an exceptional volleyball player. So I'm teaching them how to bump and serve or whatever. She's like, yeah, come on, watch out, I can do it. Come on, watch out.
I was the school leader. I like to try and engage with the children.
How many times you missed the ball?
Probably all of them. I ain't never said I was on a volleyball
You
team.
know it's bad when the kid's just like, all right,
Miss
Miss
Harrington,
Harrington, that's
we got
it.
it, we
We
got
out.
it. We good.
Like, you're doing too much.
That-
Stop.
Look.
Like, we never
I
gonna
was
get
just
that 10
trying to be
minutes
engaging,
back.
you know?
Like, come on.
Shut your mouth, LeBray.
I'm
but
just
now
saying.
with that, I was a tomboy, so I played every sport.
But you were good, right?
I was good, rounded. So I played flag football in college, and then we played because Philly is six schools.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But those white girls, they killed us in flag football. We made it to the championship.
Yeah.
Another story.
Yeah.
I ran for 50 yards.
It was the right way, right? The right direction. No. I'm just
See,
saying.
that's some thinking that
I
girls
know,
can't play
that's some
sports.
No,
and
it's
bullshit,
not.
right?
I said I was a tomboy, not.
No, it's not.
Actually, it is. Would you ask Reef that?
Uh,
Would you
I was
ask
about to
Reef
go
that?
there.
No.
Two of my.
I've
my
never
student-
heard you question Reef, the direction that Reef ran on the court when he
hasn't
was playing.
shared
him.
anything yet.
I'm sorry, you guys talk about basketball all the time. I've never heard you question his ability
I never
to
played
run
on
the
a
right
team.
way.
Well, you know
Holy
what?
shit,
I'm gonna give him a
McCray.
pass. So in football, it could have been
I'm
that
gonna give him a pass.
I ran the wrong way, but no, I touched down. I ran for 50 yards.
Hey,
Well,
see,
I'm like,
that's all I
just keep
wanted
going.
to know.
Just keep going.
That's it.
The reason why, because context in her previous story, she shot a half-court shot. I want to know what was the
I mean,
ramifications.
but that was successful.
But I'm
Running
just
the
saying,
wrong direction wasn't.
when people shoot half-court shots, it's either because time
Now, I
is
always
expired.
have
It
one
ain't working.
successful moment in every
All
sport.
right. I mean, you said your coach said no, so I'm thinking
No,
I'm
'cause
trying
I
to-
shot from half.
the other story.
I'm just trying to put
And
it
then she said
together.
yeah.
What I was really good at was bowling, though. I used to take this old man's money.
Are you still good?
I haven't bowled in a couple of years. I used to bowl for money, though.
For real, we about to take you to the boat.
that's-
help me
Fucking
pay off these
horrible
student loans
bowler.
right quick.
Yeah,
Bowl for money.
I'm
My
hit or
highest is
miss.
like 290.
You dead ass?
Dead ass.
Nah, that's OD.
Word. One day I took these old man's money.
Nah, that's fucking
I had,
OD.
like,
That's like
11
PBA
strikes.
type shit.
Nah, son, like 300 is perfect.
The
Yeah.
thing about it
So
is, though,
290
in
is
college, you're supposed to lead with your right foot, I think. But I did like the Flintstone. I used to do like
Fuck it. If it's
Hop over one
successful,
foot.
shit don't matter. Nah, 290 is super lit. That's some
Word.
pro level shit.
Nah, that's what's up.
Damn, nah, I can't bowl for shit. I be acting like I'm trying to do trick shots to make it look like I'm not serious because I'm just bad. So I'm not going to just be
We all should go bowling. We should have a bowling night. That's fun. Why? Why guys? A lot of guys don't like bowling.
You scored a 290.
Yeah,
No,
why the
that's
fuck I
like
want to
years
bowl
ago.
I
against you?
don't like playing shit I'm not good at.
Never trust people like, yeah, that was like years ago. Knowing damn well that shit was last night.
No, but I have my
290 is
own
OD.
ball. I don't have a ball anymore.
That
That matters.
Anymore.
Yes, it does.
That means
Nah,
that
I'm
matters. That means that I'll be.
I only got 3 pairs of shoes in the crib, right? Nah, I'm
Yeah, that
not.
does matter on my decision on when I want to bowl
No,
with
it
you or
means I would
not.
have to pick a random ball like you.
No, that means like you pretty much had like.
I
You don't
haven't
just have to
bowled
use
in
a
like
community
5-6
ball.
years.
What?
How
I
much
used to have
does,
my own ball.
how
I
much
don't have
does
that.
a custom bowling ball cost?
Yeah.
Like, where the fuck
Oh,
do you
like
even go?
I don't like 100, 200.
See how quick you
And you
was
get your
able to
name
do
on
that?
it. That's old though. I'm
get
saying
your
that I
name on it.
bowled.
Exactly, right?
No, I was
She
bowling.
probably had her own boss chick Raine.
No,
I was
young
bowling
Oprah.
for-
That was a good one.
I'm not down to play. Again, do we scream?
No, but no, my mom put me in bowling from 5. That's when
wow.
the
So
bowling
you was like
alley
a
was
fucking child prodigy.
So by the time I'm like 18, 19, I'm like, yo, came home from college, like, what? Taking this old dude's money, yeah. But in college, I learned that I was bowling with the wrong foot.
Oh.
Like professional bowlers, I think you lead with the left. Yeah, I was leading with the right.
Yeah.
And I would do this little whatever word.
Shit work.
What about you, Kimmy?
Yeah, why can we don't have a mic?
I wasn't trying to get a mic.
I tried.
Okay.
I played golf in high school because I got bad knees.
shit.
Or
Tiger, what
so
job?
something light. I suck. I'm not athletically inclined, but I do like golf. It's like real relaxing.
That's what's up.
Nah, golf is the most
Golf
difficult
is
sport.
popular.
You gotta hit that shit in the cup from 300 yards away. Like,
I remember I
bro.
took golf in college. It was
Yes.
fun. Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool.
That's what's up.
Dope.
So that was the only sport? No other sport?
Yeah.
I'm fucking, like I said,
She's like, I said that.
I'm done. And I'm done. Reef.
Nah, I ain't never played on no team. No.
Never played basketball?
Nah.
You never played on a basketball team?
Nah.
You lying ass.
Nah, of course. Yeah, I played on mad shit.
I'm about to say, what?
Like,
I played
what?
a million teams.
Fuck is you talking about, bro?
Yeah, nah, of course. You know,
Y'all niggas tripping.
whatever. Yeah. Playing. My nephew out in Luxembourg right now, actually.
Luxembourg.
Yeah.
Shout out to the young boy.
He went out to Luxembourg. He gonna play out there for a couple weeks until the summertime and all the NBA stuff happens. So shout to Kyme, boy, do your thing in Luxembourg, man. I know that shit is far. It's like
Where's that?
It's in Europe. It's like between.
Switzerland?
It's by like Germany.
I was gonna say that, but I don't want to be wrong on that.
Yeah, nah, it's like right next to Germany. Like Luxembourg is right next to Germany. So he out there playing
Call me
now.
out on YouTube.
Google all this.
Kimmit King. Motherfucking fact check king.
Wait, who be checking your facts?
He don't be checking my fact, but he just be like, nah, specifically.
Oh, that's my boy.
Yeah.
On our shit?
Yeah, he's cool. Shout out to
Word.
Kimmit King.
That's who was getting at you
Yeah.
on the live last week.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't put the
Word.
live on this time.
Oh, you
shit.
can whenever
Okay.
you want.
The
So
one who was
we
like,
was
there goes
lit.
you?
no, not we. Not we was lit. Not we was lit. You was lit. You was lit.
Yeah, well, she trying to put it on everybody.
Yeah, like, we was lit.
We lit,
Fuck out of here. I just lit as your ass.
I was super lit.
Yeah.
Yo, that shit
Yeah.
was so funny, bro.
Yeah,
That's
lit-
called drinking on an empty stomach.
Yeah, that's called being lit.
That's lit.
But to get into the shits, you wanted to talk about this weekend?
Oh
Battle
yeah.
rap?
This weekend was
Yeah, what the fuck?
a lot going on
Yeah.
in battle rap. So Battle Talk. This was the Leap Day weekend. A little context. So URL, RBE had their event scheduled, the Get Back event in Atlanta. And then URL announced 2 weeks ago that they were doing their event on the same exact day in Atlanta. So, from my standpoint, you said what?
You think that shit was on purpose, like
definitely.
some beef shit?
You know what? But see, when I analyzed it from a certain standpoint, like business wise, it kind of was just to market the app and to market Caffeine, the new partnership. It made sense, right? So it's like if the next biggest league in the city is doing their event, let's do our event the same day because it's sort of like it gets people talking.
Yeah.
It's marketing, right? So now
Definitely,
everyone's
yeah.
talking like, and on top of that, it was a great marketing ploy, I would say, because it was free, right? The event was free. Then it was also free stream.
How much was the other one to get in?
They're regular. It's like $40 on pay per view,
Okay, yeah.
and then to get in, I think it's like $40 or $50 or whatever. So, so it kind of like from a business standpoint, okay, yeah, that's great as a marketing play. But from a culture standpoint, you don't do shit like that. And I'm just saying you just don't, because like they didn't have to do it the same day in the same city.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's super.
That's why.
That's super beef.
Right. So if I don't get all like connected to it, I'm like, okay, from a business standpoint, that's kind of genius because that gets people talking, right? So it kind of markets my new partnership with my new sponsor, and it markets my app too, because if you can't watch the battles live and live stream, you can use the URL app. You know what I'm saying? Like after today, basically.
Yeah.
But from a culture standpoint, when they do stuff like that, I don't see why they've been doing stuff like that a lot in the past 2 years, right? But every time they do it, it always backfires. So the event yesterday was ass for the most part. Like the stream was down. Caffeine underestimated the culture basically. A lot of people. It's free, first of all. So how'd you underestimate that? You basically have the top platform in battle rap, and you have the biggest names on the card. So it's a bunch of, I'm seeing, because I was going to actually go through the process after the RBE event to kind of like do the whole stream because it's free. Yeah. Why not try it? And this way I would create an account. Because I still haven't created an account just because I just don't rush to shit like everybody else. It's like, I think everyone... Yeah, I know, but I'm surprised. But
I'm everyone else.
You know what? I mean, because
I'm out of here.
Nah, I'm the wrong one because everyone's done it. Like all the names, but I didn't do it because I was just like, let me see what it's about first. Like, I think they got people because Drake basically is associated with the whole. He spearheaded the deal. Yeah. So it's like Drake did it. Oh God, Drake. So let me get the account. You know what I mean? But then
exactly how
I saw. Not you. You're so anti-Drake.
That's what you did?
That's what he did, low key.
I was like, Drake, I need it.
After you hate Drake so much?
He's joking, but
no, I actually believe him.
Low key. But you're you're in a different category of fans though, you know what I mean? Yeah. So I'm saying like the masses kind of like did that. You know what I mean. Stop! Like y'all can't get the story out.
Because you be saying something like
no, me and like
passive aggressive.
That's
shit.
not passive. I'm never passive.
I'm fucking with you. I'm fucking with you. This is funny.
How you gonna say it's passive aggressive?
I'm kidding.
Black.
Oh, you look serious.
Is that the serious face for
Are you done? Are you freaking done? Raine, continue. I apologize.
But I analyze that kind of stuff. Meaning, like, I'm saying I'm different. I didn't go because I want to see what it's about. Mm-hmm. And then the whole past 2 weeks, I'm looking at people complaining, like, how do you do this? What do you... Because a lot of people don't really... They come to find out you have to use your... You have to be on the computer to actually live stream.
Oh, you can't do it for
No, that's the other part.
That's
what I'm saying.
What people want to do.
I mean, yeah, it's some new app that allows you to live stream.
And it needs to be live, correct? Like you can't like watch it on demand anytime you want. Like I can't watch it right now.
No, so that's how it made me figure out the URL thing, right? Because a lot of people say, "Oh, that doesn't make sense, right? Why would they need them?" Caffeine essentially is like going live on YouTube or Facebook or whatever. It's just an app that only does that.
Yeah.
So how it works for URL is that if they're allowing the masses to live stream the battles for free, but then you have to use their app because not the whole world's not gonna watch at one time. You're gonna watch on your own time.
Yeah.
And now you have to watch the battle on the app.
So that way, it kind of deviates the whole people that be trying to illegally video it and put it on YouTube kind of thing. Like you have to put it through there.
Maybe depending on what parameters Caffeine has set up where you can't do that, but I'm saying basically it makes the people have to use the app.
Yeah,
they want everyone to buy the app because that's where the money is at, right? Yeah. They're charging. It's like Netflix, $8.99. You get enough people doing that monthly, you lit. You're looking at $1 million a month or some crazy shit. You know what I mean? So past all that, the event. I'm saying that it backfired because everyone complained about it. So the stream was down for a lot. It was distorted. Meanwhile, RBE with their regular setup, the battles were better. Oh, some disappointments. So, Adi Boom versus Big K. Ooh. Big K, first round, came out with paperwork. I'm like, that's what I'm saying.
And I'm
antics.
A Big K fan, so I was hoping you
about
would say
what,
like Big K
snitching?
like 3 older or something.
Well, I gave the battle saying Adi Boom snitched. And I'm like, and I was disappointed because Adi Boom, I'm like, he's like a homie, and I'm like, damn, you snitched? Like, it's like, it seemed like it was valid.
I don't know though. See, that be the thing. Is like, how, like it seem invalid. Like I could just come out with a stack of papers. Yeah. You feel me? I could just come out with a stack of papers and rap and make it sound good, and everybody just go like, oh.
That's what he said, right?
Like, so,
he said that, but then, battle rap.
They
came with the
math.
links.
Yeah, all right.
Of
so
where he got it
true?
from.
So was it true?
So
true?
he put it in his round. Like, this is public information. If you want to look it up, go to this site and this site. all this is in the
And
round.
Big K's known for doing shit like.
I feel like he almost took the battle just to expose him. You know what I'm saying? So that was like an upset a little bit because it was like, damn, paper. I think it was just like, damn, you know what I mean? Like, that's what I'm trying to tell you. Like, battle rap is really different right now.
But the thing is, strategically, I guess, if that's...
They're trying to get clicks. They're trying to...
That, but also,
bring
it's also fucking him up in the mind. Like,
right.
as a battle rapper, he's going to be sidetracked.
He still had a good performance for him to not have battled in 5 years because he was, locked up.
It takes a certain type. I'm sorry, it takes like a certain type of mental toughness to be a battle rapper.
Yo, that's what I'm saying. I'm scared to come back. I don't know.
It's like WWF shit now.
It is. That's what he said.
It is bringing paperwork and shit. Like,
no, but it depends on
what
depends on what you have to have hidden.
But I'm just saying, even with I don't know. But you mentioned
no, but it's the angle too. Like if you're smart enough to come up with a creative angle, even if because one time. In a girl battle, right? This is one of the best girl battles. Is Couture versus Jada Ray. Couture created an angle where she had people thinking that Jada was born with a dick. Yo, I know it sounds crazy.
That's what I'm saying. It don't gotta be true. If you can make people believe it don't matter.
But it was so clever and well put together. You're like, yo, is Jada?
Is she really?
Really? Because it was so effective. Like, how did you come up with that? Like, she even she played with her name, like her government name, and she did this whole thing. And you're like, I knew she was a girl. Like we knew. I mean, but some people really question it. Like,
do we really?
Do we know?
Just a clever rap.
The same way people with me, they said that I battled Gangsta Boo. Don Lady said that in a battle. Sometimes if you Google my name, you put Raine versus Gangsta Boo comes up.
From Atlanta, Gangsta Boo, that Gangsta Boo
from 3 6
Crime Mob.
No, Gangsta Boo was 3 6
Mafia.
Mafia.
Them.
No, Gangsta Boo was 3 6 Mafia.
Sounds right.
Don't matter. I didn't battle her though. Why are you saying I battled her? Just because she made it up.
But let me ask you a question. You're in that capacity battle rapper. Like, how do you feel like if, say, for example, if you know an opponent's like getting the best of you, like how do you come back from that mentally?
A lot of times I tell battle rappers that like watching it, I always bring up X Factor versus Clips. When Clips he over rapped the first round, like he out rapped him, right? But he purposely, strategically went like he freestyled and everything, went like 2 extra minutes freestyling. It took because the crowd loved it. So it worked because it got into X Factor psyche so bad that even though X had like fire material in the first round, he wasn't saying it right. He was fucked up. And a lot of times battlers don't know how to hop out of that. Only certain ones do. The same thing with freestyling. Like I was given so this was a dope battle yesterday. Sharon versus Chef Trez. They both freestyle. They had a all freestyle round. The 4th round was all freestyle. Sharon got that round, but I gave Chef Trez the battle. But just to be that gifted, to be able to like take people's bars and make up new bars on the spot, that shit is like, but not every rapper can do that. But I was telling somebody like,
Chef Trez
you're focused on your written material so much so that as a rapper artist, you should be able to hop into your
creating some type of adaptability,
or just to save face or to not lose, hop into some old written shit. That's what Rex does, even though it's always bad. He saves face by spitting old mixtape raps because he doesn't want to fuck up. He know he didn't write the round. But everyone, that's still a skill though. Every rapper can't just hop into, because you're so focused on your written and it fucks you up if you can't remember your written. So everyone doesn't have the skill set to be like, okay, I'm gonna just spit some old shit. Because you're like you kind of clam up, you get caught in the moment. Like I think it's just a skill. It's just a skill that I think certain rappers have, and like every MC should be able to do that though. Yeah. But it's easier said than done. I think I would be able to do it more so performing. Than battling. Because in battle rap, for me personally, I be so focused on my material. It's like you want to get the material out. It's like you don't want to start freestyling and making up shit, especially if you don't have the capacity to like hop back and forth. Like Chef Trez and Sharon, they were going bar for bar. Like in the 4th round, it was every 4 bars. Every 4 bars, they were going back and forth. and taking each other's shit. That shit was retarded. Yeah. I don't know any girl that can do that except for maybe Gaddis. That can act because she spent most of her time in grind time battling dudes and doing that, freestyling. If you're doing that, like naturally, you can kind of do that. But either way, RBE event was overall a success, I would say. The battles were good. Ill Will versus 40. Again, baby mama theme. Very clever on 40's part. A lot of people thought that he was going to lose because, he's from Dipset back in the day. He had a good showing. I think he really started out really, really well in the first round. But then he went left and started doing some... He lost me just because I feel like he started sounding not outdated, but he started rapping like he was on the beat. Oh. So it kind of, for me, but Twitter has him winning, and I'm like, how did he win? Because Ill Will was just as good. Ill Will was Ill Will. He probably didn't have the best his normal material, but he kind of also rebutted 40's clever round, which was the third round where he did this whole thing about Nas and Jay. He said Nas won the battle, but Jay fucked his baby moms. That was his whole theme. So basically, he pulled out. He had his man with the video of the chick that Ill Will fuck with, and was saying how Ill Will's not claiming the child, and he feels bad, so he sends her bread because he fucks with her. So he's like, basically, you're battling your daughter's stepdad. So that was like, yo, everybody's like,
what I'm saying. Like, there's no words after that.
Yeah,
it was like, that ain't my kid.
Oh, I'm just saying.
He rebutted it. Like,
that's crazy though.
That's what I'm trying to say. It was just like, wow. So another.
If it really was though,
like,
but I don't know.
That's the homie, but Ill Will looks like he may not claim a kid, so I don't know. Like, it seemed believable. It seemed believable until he rebutted.
You look like you don't claim somebody. That's fucked up.
Because some dudes look like. He look like he'll be like. I don't know.
You look like you got a few illegitimates out here, bro.
But at the end, he said. No, but he said at the end, he said.
Illegitimate Will.
Oh shit.
At the end, he said though. He said.
About to sue the shit out of.
My bad. No.
At the end, he said it though. He said. No, it was kind of harsh. He said, "Fuck that baby." He said, "Fuck that baby. That ain't my kid." Or some shit. He said like that. So shit like that is like,
Is it really?
Who else? Every battle for the most part was pretty good.
What was the best one?
The best one.
Is it Sharon and Tread?
That might have been the best one. I mean, like I said, 40 and Ill was good. I'm not. So what's name's pen I respected, Danny Myers, but I'm not like A-Ward got him to me. He battled A-Ward.
I've never seen A-Ward lose.
Me neither. Oh, lose. I never seen him battle.
I've never seen him lose.
He beat Danny. And who else was on that card?
He killed Geechee Gotti in a battle. A-Ward. I don't know.
Oh, word?
It was pretty bad. I've never seen the Geechee Gotti get beat that bad.
Now going to the URL event, I'm hearing that Clips vs. Shine wasn't really all that, but Shine got that clearly.
Charlie Clips vs. K-Shine was what?
That's what I heard a couple people say. That it wasn't all that. They said the battle was okay, but Shine got it. Twerk vs. Geechee. Not a surprise. Twerk didn't do well. Like I didn't see it. Huh? I guess. Another baby. Yeah, I don't know if I want to talk about that. I want to talk about this part about that, right? So people who don't know, there's a video going around where Twerk stomped out Norbs. You seen that video? I heard it made it to World Star. Everything from battle rap now goes to World Star. It's crazy. Like,
that would be intelligent business if the founders of World Star.
They public figures, like they're celebrities right now. So like one stomping out the other one. I think that's World Star material. We watch regular people get stomped out. If somebody with a little bit of internet fame.
I mean, he didn't like OD, but what made it worse that Norbs he wasn't fighting back. Norbs really, really, real talk. Unless he gets some get back, in my personal opinion, he cannot rep Brooklyn.
This isn't the first time he's gotten his ass beat, and it's been like on blogs, by the way.
No, he got pressed, but he never got his ass beat like this.
I thought he got slapped. He didn't get slapped. We got the video.
I felt like Twerk could have just slapped him too, and then I found out that he did all of this at the Caffeine Studio. So when I said that he's a liability, I'm like, how you don't see him as a liability, especially with all the money that is being made? Like, how do you fight someone who's a part of the business at the new studio? Like, who does that? That's beyond. Like, you're not even using your brain.
Nobs is the dude that he's part of like.
He's the A&R. He discovered Twerk actually.
discovering an ass whooping.
He discovered Math. Math and Rex just gave him a shout out because he got them their first bag. He used to manage Math back in the day.
Why they beat him up like that?
Oh. Now I want you to give me your no.
Add the link
He
to the,
slid in his baby mama's his BM.
Oh, no, slid.
No, I was saying add it to the docs.
Is it justified?
So yeah. Come on, son, you violated.
He did, but now
violated.
I feel like he didn't have to
It's gonna be
record
true.
it. It didn't have to be recorded.
You ain't have to record it, but you ain't have to step into his baby mom's DM. So it's like at that point, there's no respect. It's not like, you know, I got to operate with some sort of, you know, respect for you because you like super violated, bro. Like,
He
come on,
did,
man.
but then he also did that at the Caffeine Studio. I think off rip, like he could have smacked him and kept it moving. He stomped him out.
Yeah, don't fuck it up. Don't fuck up the money. and do it at the
I'm
studio,
saying as a
like, where we get
business,
money
I'm
out.
looking at him
Don't
as a
do that.
liability.
Don't do that.
Like you a
Yeah.
hothead, you
Yeah.
gonna go off for anything.
Yeah, don't do. I mean, not anything. I think it was justified. But
It's justified.
Don't do it at the studio.
Like he in his living room watching TV and shit. Do y'all see him?
It goes
Do y'all
with
see
the
his ass?
ambiance. I told you about the ass whooping. You can hear it at the same time.
Oh, he was playing the audio.
Yeah,
Y'all
the
can't
viewers-
see.
He thought he
they
was in his
can
living
hear
room
it.
now. For
Y'all
some
can't. Y'all can't see the video,
Can't
but they
see
got
shit.
this
All
fat
right.
nigga on
You
rolling.
know what?
Goes to the ambiance.
His shirt all up, fat looking nigga. His
From
gun
a
all
butt.
out, bro. Yeah, his crack all out.
The only part I
son.
can say from this standpoint,
No, it's
right?
my bad.
Nah,
Is
when
that-
he did the Jeff Van Gundy grabbing his leg? That shit was funny.
No, he hit him with his shoe though too.
Oh.
His sneaker came off and he threw the sneaker at him. Like this is like he cannot clean Brooklyn. I don't mind even trying to mock him. I just feel like
Yeah, you're
from
banned.
a business standpoint though, right? URL, I feel like needs to hold him down. If they don't, he needs to bow out.
Needs
He
to
should be
hold
let go.
Norbs down.
Yes,
By doing what? By saying they don't fuck with Turk?
not fuck with him, but he needs to be punished some kind of way. You can't do that, yo.
Yeah.
Like people don't realize as you level up, you can't do certain shit that you always do just because he violated. That could have been handled outside. That could have been handled at the hotel. It could have been handled. You could have smacked him and kept. You stomped this man
Don't
out
fuck
who
up the
works
money.
for our platform, who puts
Yeah.
you on. I don't think that they actually really even give a fuck. But I'm saying as Norbs, you can't. How you showing your face? What are you gonna do? You need to like if the platform is not gonna do anything for you, and there's no kind of get back. Not when I say get back, well, no kind of like some kind of retribution for him.
Yeah.
Because he works for y'all. So if you're not gonna do anything, I think he should just bow out gracefully. Then what are you gonna do? You can't walk around. So now everyone just gonna start because it's on him as a man.
I
I'm
mean,
not saying
I don't
he didn't
really-
fight back.
I don't really know too much about the dude. When I was saying Norbs, I was thinking maybe he was a
He's like
battle
an
rapper
A&R.
that
He's
talks
an
crazy.
A&R for them.
So that's what I'm saying. I don't really
That's the
think,
proving ground.
but I don't really think he talks crazy like that. So it's not like you losing
Oh,
any
no, that's the
credibility.
other
It's like,
problem.
you
No.
got beat up, but you wasn't running
He
around
don't
like you was a
talk
thug
gangster,
anyway.
but
So,
he
like,
trolls these battle rappers.
I mean, that's what he got some sort of power, so he could
Right.
do that shit. You know, I could say shit to y'all because I'm kind of a gatekeeper, but I don't think if he was saying gangster shit before that, he got about.
He never said gangster shit.
Yeah, he a fat nigga. You knew he's gonna get his ass whipped. You look at this nigga, you know something happened. He gonna get his
So
ass beat.
what
like,
do you think should happen? He should just eat that? Would you eat that?
I
know you wouldn't eat that.
Nah, hell no.
I know you wouldn't eat
but,
that, so I
But,
wouldn't-
but, but, but the whole thing about it is, I don't think I'm not going into none of my, quote unquote friends, baby moms DMs. So like, I don't ever think I would be getting my ass whipped in a situation like that. Should I get? Will I get into a situation where I should get my ass whipped? Like, yeah, it's mad times I say wild shit, but some foul shit like that, I don't think I'll ever be in. Cause like, I'm not doing no snake shit like that.
So
For you to
I'm
have
saying
some malicious
professionally
intent
though,
against
what do
me.
you guys from a professional standpoint? How should he move forward? Just eat that and just move forward?
Yeah,
You would eat that and move forward?
with the choices that I made, yeah.
Okay.
You kind of deserve
Because
that
the
shit, bro.
reality is, because if you're asking the company to get involved, then technically, if you're talking about the sanctity of it's not a marriage, it's a baby mother situation, but like you also incited some bullshit by like disrespecting the man.
Right.
I think regardless, it shouldn't have happened on like work property. So like I
Right.
might fire both of y'all asses to be quite frank, but like for him, like get over that. You put yourself in that position.
Twerk
That's
shouldn't have
fair.
done it at the place of business. You should have caught him somewhere else. Don't do it at like you fucking up the bag for the overall platform. Like for everybody, this could fuck up the money for everybody.
That I'm
So
saying. I'm
don't
not
do
saying
that.
he didn't violate. He didn't deserve that, right? To a degree, you handled like I have a rule that you can't tell me how to react to disrespect.
Of course,
People
'cause
have
you're
their
your
own
person.
like
Yeah.
you know they're like you disrespected me like this, but I didn't do that. So what? You disrespected. I'm not saying he didn't have a right to react to it. I'm saying that from a business standpoint, he's a liability. I just feel like down the line, he's gonna do something else.
Twerk.
Yes, he smacked somebody
don't.
else, another Herb. He smacked another Herb who didn't fight back, offered something like.
But I mean, I think it's.
Oh, wait, because that's like
I'm
I
mad.
heard
I
the word
didn't-
herb the other day, and I was like, where did that word come from? But you were the one who told me where that word came
Just
from.
because if you guys could afterwards, you'll see the video. He did not fight back at all. Like this is beyond pussy.
But look at this fat nigga. He's not. I don't even.
No,
I
I'm
never
saying
really
he's
didn't
soft,
know him.
but I'm saying
Seems
he's
to have a
soft.
problem with people who are overweight.
Nah, I mean, it's Nick. I mean, James Tony was fat. James Tony was fat. George Foreman was fat. Like I'm just, but that
I'm just saying he's
that
soft.
particularly fat nigga. Like, what's he doing? My bad, bro. I'm not trying to shit on you, but what are you doing, son?
Because you keep saying fat.
Well,
Nigga,
he's
I'm
repping
trying-
Brooklyn is what he's doing. Reef.
I mean, if he lives in Brooklyn, bro, you all right? Bro,
He's
you
from
good.
Brooklyn.
Brooklyn has fat niggas too. I admit
no,
it.
but can't fight. Brooklyn niggas fight.
Yo, not everybody. Yo, man. And then how many niggas was there? This fat nigga with was he Dolly? It looked like it was multiple of Twerk's niggas there. Like, what is he about to do? It's five
Real
of his
talk,
niggas
though,
there,
I'm
and
not
this
gonna-
fat nigga by himself.
If
He's
I
not
was
doing
there though,
shit.
I would have not let him get beat
Nah.
up.
I mean,
It's instinct for me. That like he's an executive at the end of the
how
day.
did you allow for yourself to be in this position?
He pushed him.
How does one
And he
allow
threw,
for this?
He threw him around like he was like he was like
But
5
he got up
pounds.
and
Like
did nothing. He got up and did
if I say he's pussy,
Like he beat him. He beat his
Yeah,
shoe
he
off.
could
Like,
too.
That could be a money thing
Yeah.
for him. It's like, why
he
would I
looked.
put
He
my-
got his ass beat like someone who sues anyway.
Exactly.
So I'm saying, but then he going. But how much money does New Jersey Twerk have to sue?
He's not gonna
for?
sue, but I'm
That's
just
what
saying
like,
he didn't fight back at all. You,
Yeah.
Like that man put his foot like he kicked you in the head, he kicked you in the stomach.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, is it pussy? Yeah, but there's pussy niggas everywhere.
I feel like he.
I'm sorry.
Wait. So he went before because I know we've been on this topic for a minute.
Hey, we could drop it.
But like, wait, I just need to understand. So he went in his DM, his baby mother's DM. Like, did she entertain it at all? Like, was she like?
She told him.
No. I'm just saying, like, was she? Because I don't. I
No,
never.
she told Twerk, and what Twerk did was he took her phone, acted like he was her, hit him up. He said, "What about Twerk?" Looked to Norbs, and Norbs is like, "Oh, you know, he don't gotta know," type shit.
Oh shit, yeah.
So he
that's what
caught
my next
him
question.
like disrespecting.
Yeah, you super violated, bro. You deserve to get your.
But it's
ass
not
whooped.
that serious at the same time. He's not even with her.
That's why I'm thinking. Like, yeah, he's not with her. I don't.
It's just the
But
principalities
still,
involved.
Nah, it is. Like,
No, I guess.
even though they not together, they have a child together. So the fact that y'all have any type of like,
Right.
it should be like, nah.
And he videotaped
Yeah,
it.
yeah,
So
for
that's
real.
crazy. He videotaped.
And then he
that shit.
videotaped it. Like what? That's what I'm trying to
He
say.
got up and
corny
put his
for
shirt
that.
down.
That's
He's
this
like,
era.
corny for that.
That's this era.
Yeah.
Everything's recorded.
I never was fond of that kid. His name is Twerk. I never, like, I'm sorry. You a dude,
But twerk
dude.
is like when we had this
I
topic,
know, but this
putting
day
in
and
work,
age is
putting in
synonymous to
work.
women twerking. Speaking of women twerking,
Nah, but before that
No.
was even a thing.
Seg-
the segue.
Oh, good
Ooh,
segue.
But
working
I
on
just
it.
saw a random post where
twerks?
Meek Mill said that he's tired of seeing girls twerk.
I'm not. So fuck you, Meek Mill. Fuck you. Hey, let us have fun, man. Shut
But
up.
did he share any context as to like where that came from? Is it just like he was tired of seeing that? Like, why you following him?
Exactly.
Why you following him?
I bet you he
Dumbass.
follow 500 strippers. Like, bro, you don't want to see fucking twerk and follow like librarians and shit, bro. Like, it's ways to, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't. If y'all look at my social media, I don't really. It's not that much twerking on my shit.
Because
it's
you ain't following, you ain't looking for twerkers to follow.
That's
His
what I'm
ass.
saying, because I don't want. I need to have a regular productive day. If that shit is on my feed all day, I can't be a productive member of society. I'm dead ass serious. Yo, look at who I follow. Dead ass. It's like 3 girls because I can't see that shit all day and then sit at the computer and do fucking work. I'm gonna be like, bruh. You know, like, so,
At least
bro, yeah, ass. Like,
I mean-
son, nah, I gotta. So I don't do that. It's ways to stop yourself from
He
seeing
explained
that,
this
bro.
shit. He broke it down. He said, I can't do that shit because I won't be productive at work that day.
Dead ass. I won't be
mean,
a
that's
productive member of society. Like, I can't do regular shit seeing all of that all day. Like, it's ridiculous. Like, you ever go to the Explore? Just hit Explore, bro. It's so much ass. Like, I try to not to even look. Like, I try to block the Explore page on Instagram. If you searching, if you hit the magnifying glass. And I don't even have that kind of, like, following list. But it's just all ass. Like, and you wind up just going to 3 or 4 of them. Like, damn, now, hold on. Who is this person? Like, fuck, bro. Yeah. Like, fuck, but I got to do
5 minutes.
Yeah, hold on. Let me see, like, bro, I don't like, I don't follow because it's just, you can't. So if you don't want to see this shit, Meek, it's ways for you not to see it, bro. If you following 1,000 strippers and girls that's twerking all day, then that's what you want to see, bro.
I get tired of men talking about shit that are not men like. Right? It's like sometimes it's just like shut the fuck up, especially when like you're probably putting yourself in the position to see
But
twerking.
women talk about things that's not women like. So
Give me an example.
I'm just saying, like, when I say like men don't, I don't know, the random shit that I can't think of off the top, but y'all do. Y'all always
come back
say-
when you have an example.
I will.
Thank
I
you.
will. Let me Google it.
Please.
Let me Google it. Continue your point.
Like, that's like him speaking on dress code. Shut up. One. Like, ain't nobody said that they was tired of your black ass getting arrested. I'm just saying.
Oh.
Yes, I did. I did. I said it.
That's the thing.
What? I said it. And I said nobody said that.
Damn,
right?
Meek, I
You
wasn't
just did.
saying all that, bro.
You just did.
I
Just saying,
Yeah, I
don't
did.
look-
Yeah.
And-
You just
Don't
said
go
nobody
looking for
said
ass.
it.
Right?
You won't find it.
I'm sorry. Actually, I'm not. Like, I'm tired of that shit. Why we always have to be
on,
defending
Q.
the... I'm sorry. No, I'm not going to do it. Why? I'm tired of sitting down here and defending, like, people who don't defend black women. I'm over that shit.
But he has a point.
You don't want to see twerking?
The only point that he had... The only point that he made was that, like, his Instagram got a whole rack of twerking people on it. Because, like I said,
But you
I be
can't-
on the gram and I don't see no twerking, right?
Exactly, 'cause
On
you're
your
not following
television,
those
you ain't
people.
seeing no twerking on your
Q,
TV.
can
So
you
what
please
position
stop
are you
referencing
putting
yourself saying when you're on the gram? Stop.
Because you're
I be
never
on-
on the
It's
gram.
fucking
I
up
be
your
on
argument.
the gram.
It's fucking up your
No,
argument.
it's not.
Yes,
She
it
has
is.
an
Even if-
Instagram account.
Thank you.
So
She probably follows 5
When I
people.
go on the gram,
Three people. That's it.
I have at least 100 people that I follow.
Oh, okay.
And like, but clearly, like, what's in your feed is a product of what it is that you are seeking to see. So, like, maybe you tired of yourself, Negro. You tired
I mean,
of your
he's in
wishes.
the industry,
That too.
though, so he's seeing what's in the industry. He
Well,
has a
then
slight
stop
point.
going to the strip club and go to church, baby.
But let's be clear. A slight. I mean, I gotta find it. He has a slight point though, because a lot of black women on social media, they're doing the most. Like, we're doing the most,
Nope.
and it's not.
What?
It's like we're playing into the oversexed
Tread lightly,
thing.
Raine.
What you mean?
This
It's a
one over
fact.
here.
You gotta tap in. A lot of, and I saw a video yesterday. It's so disgusting. I don't know if I want to
Now
even
we
share.
Jezebels, right?
We're not. I'm saying we're playing into it though. We are playing into it. You gotta tap in. It's not only youngins. It's older.
But
women
let's be
too.
real. If they're playing into it, oftentimes when women are displaying those types of behaviors, like, it's coming from something. So, like, let's also be real and let's not hit that on the surface, right? And that's why, like, so this conversation could be very, very loaded. But when we speak about being hypersexualized, even the idea of hypersexuality, it comes from a place. Women who are hypersexual oftentimes were abused, right? So, like, shut the fuck up again, because he talking about shit that don't make no sense. Like, and
That's one aspect, but I'm saying that him saying it like on the surface is saying that, like, you don't want to see your 15-year-old niece twerking.
And I do think that's a
You don't wanna
unique
see
male's
it.
perspective. Like maybe
It's because he's a guy, but I
Yeah.
think that as a woman too, as a grown
they-
woman, It's a lot of.
I don't mind the conversation. I hate an uninformed opinion, right?
Right. Me too.
And like, so when you make a statement as such, the reality is twerking is something that has existed in our society for thousands and thousands of years. It's not something that's new, right? It might be popular now because like dominant culture said, let's make it cool, right? And they wanted to start twerking. But if you're gonna make a statement like that, then like let's get real about what the actual statement is. Say that you're tired of appropriation. Say that you're tired of people popularizing shit that didn't belong to them in the first place. Because like black women have been twerking for years, but now like people are tired of it because what? Because it's popular on television.
Have they really been twerking for years?
Yeah.
Nah, hell yeah, that shit is like African tribal dancing. Like,
I mean, we've been dancing,
Yeah,
but I mean,
it is,
twerking
actually.
to the point of that's what you put on your.
Yeah.
on
I
your
mean,
body.
I don't particularly feel as though that's something that should be done, but I think people are going to exist across the spectrum, and I think you make a choice about who it is that you decide to follow. So again, if you make a statement like that, just don't, because you're not actually you're not making a statement that makes any sense.
Yeah, I don't see
Like
that.
that. What are you making a national declaration to stop twerking? Shut the fuck up. Don't nobody care about your opinion as it
And he was
relates to
just
that.
speaking specifically about his
Let me find
Instagram.
it.
I like twerking.
Because I'm
man.
thinking, because
Like,
he's Meek Mill,
and you know,
maybe he sees it everywhere
I don't,
he goes.
I
every
don't
city,
particularly
you
like
know?
the shit because, quite frankly, I work in education, and these little girls, they love that they enjoy a whining and a twerking, and it's very, very hard to control at a middle school party. However, that's not the point. The point is like a man is speaking on something that he doesn't like. He shouldn't be speaking on.
Here
If
it
you're gonna
goes.
speak on it, speak to something.
Maybe
that
he
makes
should have
sense.
Here it goes.
reworded
All right,
it.
he said the Philadelphia rapper took to Twitter on Thursday to share his opinion on the dance with his fans. Twerking is like a guy with big stacks of money hanging out his pocket so everybody can see. I'm tired of seeing all that. Y'all burnt twerking out.
Cut to Meek Mill video of him in this club with mad stacks of money throwing it up in the air. Like,
That.
bro, what the fuck are you
That.
talking
He
about,
don't do that
bro?
no more.
You know, let me look it up, bro, because I'm willing to bet I could see a video within the last year that you've made where you had stacks of money and you was throwing it and doing it. Like, bro, come on, son. Like, I understand. Like,
But maybe he's turning over a new leaf.
I feel you, but what
You know
I'm
what I'm
saying
saying?
is, but
No, and that's fair. It's also,
What's
but
wrong
it's
with
quite
that?
obnoxious for people who are turning over new leaves
Yeah,
to come
for
out
you
in
to
a
now
manner
look
that
back at
sounds
the other
judgmental.
side, yeah,
Like,
be
don't
like,
be judgmental
when
after
just
your black ass was just
yesterday,
mad
my
at Judge
nigga.
Brinkley for treating you the way that she did.
It's
Yes,
like
it's
maturity.
dramatic,
It's like
son.
maturity.
It's not being dramatic. It's actually
It's like
pointing out
mature- it's like
hypocrisy in human
maturity.
beings.
No,
No.
I didn't say dramatic.
Oh, what'd you say?
I said it's not being judgmental.
But even
I
the
think-
way he posed it, if he was on some shit like, yo, I'm kind of sick of seeing these young girls, over sexualizing themselves, clapping their ass, whatever, I'd have been like, yo, I feel that. I understand. But you saying that's kind of like a guy with stacks of money, bro, you got
I don't
20
think he's
videos
able to articulate
of you
himself.
with
Right,
stacks of
he
money,
articulate. No, he
But he ain't
articulated.
articulate. He's
No,
not.
he
Bro,
wait.
let's
But hold on.
No, like I think
Dude, man,
because
he
like
can-
how many?
he's
No,
articulate,
wait.
man.
Be real, be
He
real.
took a
He's
shot.
not
but I
T.I.
don't
Hold up.
Instagram.
He took a shot at a guy first. That was like a passive aggressive way to say, you know what, I'm gonna take a shot at the dudes first, and then I'm comparing. This is what I don't like about what women do. So I'm saying, women, guys do this with their money, and girls are doing this with their bodies. I don't think there's nothing wrong with that.
know, though,
It's
but
also it's also maturity, right? Because the same way, right now with hip hop, I was just saying this, I'm a hip hop head, but I'm very cognizant though in the past 10 years in listening to music and what it's saying, and like where when I'm younger, even though I knew the difference, but as I've gotten older, I'm like, some of this shit is just should not be in songs. It's like it's a level of maturity that you kind of get to where you realize that you're kind of part of the problem. You're kind of poisoning the people. Like, yeah, it's entertainment, but the kids can't really decipher entertainment.
Because you got to go for shock value, and it's like every time somebody one-up somebody, it's like now you have to do something more for shock value. So that next person got to go to the next level. And then you know what I'm saying? So like,
So
the
it gets to
regular
a
shit,
point
yeah,
where you're like,
it's-
this is not cool.
yeah, we're
I don't
literal.
think he's wrong in saying, hey, this is getting too much. Like, he's in hip hop industry. So of course I'm quite sure he follows a bunch of, people within the industry, and a lot of women in the industry who are not entertainers. Where are they there? They're video vixens, they're models, whatever they are. A lot of them, that's what he's following. So you're right. He could reduce what he's following, but he's saying basically, this is what I'm surrounded by, and y'all doing too much because y'all not really doing. It's kind of like y'all not really doing nothing. Like I don't think it's nothing wrong for a guy to say too. Like that's all you got to offer is is twerking.
I don't know, man.
Twerking has gotten them far. Like they
To a degree.
Yeah. And it's like
Because they watching them.
how you saying stop twerking now because you starting to value like.
So do you guys have a problem with the way he said it, or maybe he could have reworded it? Maybe because if you sisters, see yourselves as beautiful black queens.
I think
maybe that.
Say like what the value in
I
just
hear you.
being yourself is,
I hear you.
and like without the extra shit. But if you just saying like, oh stop the twerking.
Yeah.
Like, nigga,
Hashtag stop the twerking. No more twerking.
You was loving the twerk.
Cancel twerking. Cancel twerk.
Yeah, I think if you just said something like, and not beautiful black queen, like no, I'm not trying to patronize nobody, but like if you would have been like, yo, I don't want to see little girls doing it, whatever, but like, bro, you following strippers and fucking Instagram models, like, bro.
But here's the thing, though.
He raps to strippers and
It's
into
what
them.
I'm saying. So what are you?
You
talking
right.
About,
It's a little,
bro?
it's a little
They're
hypocritical.
literally playing your music
got a baby
in
on
the
the way.
club
You
where
make
they
it
clap the butt
different
cheeks, bro.
So it's safe
What
to
are you
say.
talking
I think
about?
that's what it is.
Yeah,
So
but-
we can't. So here's the thing. So we're trying to say like people like a Meek Mill can't have that enlightening moment and speak up and say
No,
something like
but
No,
that.
you
I don't-
can't then turn around and when literally yesterday you were doing that shit and try to look down your nose at everybody else.
It's
like,
the how you do
what
it.
y'all are
Maybe
doing.
he
I'm
woke
tired
up
of
last
twerking.
fucking. Come on,
Was it
It's
really
how it's
like
done.
yesterday?
It's
The
how
day
it's
before?
done.
You ain't-
It was
you ain't
legit,
Barack
like
Obama,
legit.
nigga.
2 years ago, he was sitting down on the
But it
gram.
was 2 years ago.
The point is,
I mean,
McCrae.
give some context.
The point is, if it is that once upon a time you've lived this life, then like share your message with some humility, with understanding that like I've been here.
I can
like
vibe with that.
I understand that.
Good
like,
job, Q.
like
I
I
can
actually
respect that.
wish that instead of like exploiting their Instagram like whatever the fuck for twerking, that young ladies will show like their ability to do something else. You know what I mean?
hear you.
Use it to market their business. Do something. Say something
I
different.
hear you.
Like shut
Q,
your
you
ass
got
up.
that one. Good job. It's 1-1. It's 1-1 today. Cool.
It's mad famous people that follow like 2 people or 3 people because like they just don't want to see shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, man, I don't follow none of that shit. You could not follow that shit either. Cause I understand it's an overload. Now I understand, like you don't. I
Reef
don't
sound like
understand
he
how
over here.
people
Reef
do.
sound like he done came out of the hole once upon a time. He was
Nah,
like, look, been there, done that.
cause my boys would be like, yo, you ain't see this, you ain't see that, you ain't see that, and I'm always like, nah, bro, I don't, because I can't be a functional member of society with that shit all the time. Like, I'm not mature enough to handle that shit all day.
But
every
that-
fucking post, every ass. Like, I can't do that shit.
Sounded like Big
I need
Sean
a
over there.
fucking, yeah. Nah, seriously, like, I can't. So, like, bro.
Stop.
But even the
make
lack of
motherfucker
acknowledgement
hammer
of like what his viewership might have had to do, like because it's demand, like what is it, supply demand?
Yeah.
Right?
You got it right. I just said you.
Jesus, I pray
He is our
that
Lord.
you Lord,
I just said you got it.
because you
Whoa.
be trying me
What,
and
what,
I be
what?
trying to
See,
stay
McCrae, you
clear.
can't tell a black woman she's right. I can't say that. You're right. You got it right.
I forgot what the freak women say. Maybe want to say that else again. Carrot, moving along. James Harden,
James Harden. Oh,
Giannis exchange.
what is your thoughts on that, man?
Can you explain to the
Yeah,
people
what's
what
going
you're
on?
talking about?
Yeah, you want to explain? Because you had some thoughts. You and Iran. Shout out to Iran.
Nah, all right. So to give some context, during the All-Star game, they drafted teams now. So LeBron and Giannis were the captains.
They got
So-
the two of the most votes.
So they got the most votes. So those two are captains. So you like draft players. Like, I want this one, I want that one. Almost like pickup game in the park. Like, so, and it got to the point where a lot of people were picked before James Harden. James Harden is like a top. I think he's the best player, but whatever, that's arguable, but it's not basically debatable. He's a top 5 player. So 6, 7, 8 people are picked, and James Harden is still picked. So the guy asked him, like, yo, y'all not going to pick Harden? So Giannis is like, nah, I want somebody that's actually going to pass. You know, so they laugh, like trying to take a slight at him, like he don't pass the ball.
Okay.
So they asked Harden something about it. Now he comes back like, yo, I wish I could just be 7 feet and just run and dunk. But I actually got to have some skill and learn how to play the game and be a good ball player. You know, like basically giving a shot at Giannis, like, bro, you just 7 feet, you run and dunk, but like I have skill. I'm a skilled player. And is it a shot at Giannis? Yeah, but like it's warranted. You took a shot at me out of nowhere. I never said nothing about you. So now if I come back and call your shit out to say I'm way more skilled than you, that's real shit. And can't nobody debate that. I'm way more skilled than you are. The reason why you're so popping is because you're 7 feet and you run and jump and dunk. And don't try to come at me like I don't pass the ball when I've averaged 10 assists before you were even a thing in the NBA. Like, you're relatively new. You're the past maybe 1 or 2 years tops. 4 years ago, I was averaging 10 assists a game. So, like, stay in your place, young boy. Like, you popping right now because you, and I don't want to get, but you're international, you light skin, you squeaky clean. So it's popping for you to be popping. I got a grizzly.
You international.
I'm listen, real shit.
You light skin.
Listen, real shit. I'm dark skinned. I got a grizzly beard, and I go to the strip club after the game. The NBA don't get it popping like that. But if you really want to break it down, boy, I average 30, 10, and 8. You know what I'm saying? Like, if we really want to break down basketball skill, who's better between me and you? Let's call a spade a spade. Like,
so he's more popping. Giannis is more popping.
Giannis is popping because of the NBA. Like, he's squeaky clean. He's international.
Don't do that. Don't
Bro.
undermine his skill, man. So let's just.
I'm sorry.
Like, so with this, like, I love it though. Like, I love the back talk. It's popping the talking back and forth.
It's
basketball talk, and I also like the fact that the NBA
Actually, though, when you said Gianni, like, there was a connection to
Giannis.
Kobe Bryant's.
Giannis.
Oh, not Giannis. Yeah,
Giannis.
It's
that's
Giannis.
what
Yeah,
you
it's
said.
a dude.
Got it.
Giannis.
See, I thought
Gianna,
I wouldn't
Giannis.
have said no.
He's a Greek player. So his first name is Giannis.
I don't get it.
He's popping, but
He's Greek or he's black?
He's Greek.
He's black, but he's from Greece.
He's from Greece.
So he's international. So you
call him the Greek freak.
Yeah, the Greek freak. And that's
I
what
actually
the
got
NBA
his.
shows
Why they
on.
call him the Greek freak?
That's his
nickname.
America shoes on.
Greek freak. Nah, because he's
Why? Because he's black.
he's
and Greek?
7 foot. His
He's
arms
from
are
Greece. He's
mad
from Greece.
long. Like he's like a freak.
But-
Like he's mad long and lanky.
But-
Like he looks like Slender Man. Like
But he's 6'11", solid. He jumps out the gym. He's a freak athlete, and he has skill. Like, I know James Harden. I know he was in his bag, but it's safe. He knows that Giannis has skill. He's ascended every year that he's been in the league. He's gotten better, and I think he's cut from that cloth of Kobe Bryant. He don't work out with everybody. He does his own shit. Like, so I like it. I like the fact that he said that about James Harden, because I honestly want James Harden to succeed this year. So maybe that'll light some under him to be a better leader for the team. So I like it.
How you spell his name?
I'm not gonna spell that.
Oh, Giannis.
Gianni.
Yeah, I'm just putting Giannis.
I
That's
thought
easy to spell.
That's why I
Just
I
put
only brought
Giannis
the
and
topic up because I thought it was a
Antetokounmpo.
good
It's
next
funny
show.
when you speak amongst the two of them. Like, James Harden is the one that needs to ascend in his leadership or something. Like Giannis has ever done anything. You had one good season, bro.
He's actually having another good one.
Yeah,
Come
but what
on,
I'm
don't
saying
do
is,
that.
No. But what I'm saying is, all right, so he's having another one. So you've had one.
Well, he's been having good seasons.
Again,
Okay.
you've had 1.5 good seasons in the Eastern
He's not
Conference.
light-skinned, though.
Calm the fuck down.
He hasn't
Compared
had
to James
one
Harden,
good
he is.
season.
Huh?
Let's
Compared
not.
to James Harden, he had 1.5. You had 1.5 good seasons.
Okay, Reed.
You had 1.5 good
I was
seasons,
expecting
man.
some high yellow.
Reed.
I
Yeah,
mean,
1.5.
but I
Niggas
also
call me
realized that
light
he's
skinned.
lighter.
Niggas will call me light skinned and Giannis ain't light skinned. Hold up.
He's not light skinned.
That nigga down, I'm like.
I don't know. I guess to each.
That nigga got a 10 in that pick. Listen. Calm down. You had 1.5 good seasons. Niggas been doing this shit for a very long time, bro. Like, calm down, man. For you to be talking out your mouth against people. And Harden is right. Well, Harden just supposed to sit back and not say nothing. You say something about me, I'm going to call you out.
He's been having a lot of good seasons, bro.
What's your take?
My take is I love it for the NBA. I think what he said. I think what he said. It was during. He said it in jest. It wasn't something that's to be taken serious, but it's true though. I mean, if you think about it, basketball, the NBA All-Star Game is the ultimate pickup game. I think about that too. Do you really want to have somebody that's going to be dribbling up top for like 15 seconds? Like my boy, shout out to Ty. Shout out to Ty, my boy. He lives out in North Carolina. He was a dribble head. Like he used to love. He was James Harden before James Harden. He was just dribble up top for like 15 seconds. I know I'm not going to get the ball, so I'm just going to chill on the wing, and I'm going to just bite my fingernails and just wait till I get the ball. Like, do you want to play with somebody like that?
How do you play like that and average 10 assists?
I mean, I feel you. It
It's
works
what
for
I'm
him.
saying. Like,
I know, I hear you.
Unless you're watching the games on a night-to-night basis, if you watching SportsCenter and look at the highlights, then maybe it looks like that. But
Yeah.
the boy will average 10 dimes. He almost led the league in assists one year. So to say that somebody
2
don't
years
pass the
ago,
ball
yeah.
and you lead the league in assists is almost like that's an
That is
oxymoron.
an oxymoron.
How do you not pass the ball and you literally pass the most for the most points of anybody? So
He's talking
you're not
about the
like-
way James Harden, I guess the way he's speaking to is the fact that when he gets the ball, he dribbles and then he'll dish when like
They
double
have a
team
coach.
comes in.
They have a coach that plays isolation basketball. We have the most skilled player in the world. I'm gonna spread it out and put the most skilled player in the world in the middle of the court and tell one person to beat him. Because there's not one person in the world that can stay in front of this person. So I'm gonna play the percentages and say I'm gonna give the most skilled person in the world an opportunity to beat one person every time.
So I don't
And
think
I'm gonna roll the dice with that.
I think he was
150
mainly
times a
speaking to
game.
how his game, the style of play, which is iso ball, which is
Listen,
fine.
That's what the coach implements, and they win 50, 60 games a season based off of that.
And they won't win a chip though.
And how many chips does Giannis have? Exactly.
He about
You're
to
in
win
the
one this
Eastern
year.
Conference, bro. No, he's not. You're in the East.
He
It
about to
looks
win
good.
one.
You're in the East. It looks good. Out
won
West,
one.
he would not be running that shit like that. You playing again. You playing in JV, bro, and you playing in the East without Braun. Chill. You're playing Super JV, bro. Like you look good. He's nice, but you're playing Super JV right now, son.
So how can Giannis get your respect?
Get a ring.
Okay, he'll get a
Get
ring.
a ring.
So what
Win.
about
Speaking
James
of the
Harden?
ring.
What
Win.
about James Harden?
James Harden don't have rings, but he's done
Does
way
he
more
need
than
one?
Giannis.
Does he need one?
Before it's all said and done, yeah, because he's in that upper echelon of play, I think. He's
So
in that top upper echelon.
Speaking
player
of the
all
ring,
time.
he's younger though. Giannis is younger. He has a bit more of an upside.
If what's the name was in the East, he'd be a fucking.
What ring?
Who's ring?
the fight. Wait, boxing ring. Yeah, the boxing ring. So did y'all? Because we spoke
You
about
gotta
it.
work
on
on your
this-
segues.
I
Your
know.
segues suck.
I mean, but y'all were talking about
wasn't
it.
bad.
I worked
Speaking
on
No,
it.
speak
Y'all
of
didn't
the
take
ring.
the lead.
No. You gotta say
Yeah, I take the lead. I
was
threw
bad.
it. Ain't nobody catch it. Raine caught it.
nobody. She
I
barely.
didn't
know
She
what-
was just
yeah,
like
I was like-
by
Yes, she
default.
did.
The shit just landed in her hand.
I thought somebody
Couldn't do anything,
somebody
exactly.
got married and I didn't know. I was
Me,
like,
I'm like, the
hold
ring?
on, Like, wait.
The boxing ring.
All right.
So, what did y'all hear Layla Ali talk her shit this week about Clarissa Shields and coming out
I don't
of
know. If
If I
retirement?
say no, then I hate women. So I'm just gonna say fifth.
That means you didn't hear it. Got it.
I don't know if she.
But
go
she said that
win.
she'll come out. She'll come out of
She
retirement.
responded?
Who? Clarissa or Layla?
No, because Clarissa got the money. She said that
Oh, I didn't even get to that part.
$5 million for the loser, $10 million for the winner.
Oh, that's
So
fair.
we're waiting for Layla to bite. Well, I don't think she's gonna bite though.
She
You don't think
too
she'll bite?
old, it's
I mean, but she
over.
said if the money was
People
right,
who-
she would.
People who watch, right, really, they say that Clarissa is like she has a right to call herself the greatest
woman
of all time because she's fought higher level competition and she's beat. But the only thing is that Layla has knocked out every
Person that she's
every
fought.
opponent. So, but she doesn't. When I'm like people who watch Clarissa, they're like she's like
Is she fast?
a prodigy kind of.
I need to
She'll
start
win
watching.
now. It's not fair because she's so much younger. Like,
And she's been so far
Layla
removed from the
can't fight.
from
Yeah,
fighting.
like
Like
she
I
don't
mean-
think
can't
that's fair.
fight to get washed.
But
and it's
if
not
all
gonna
Layla gotta
no-
do is just get that one.
I was about to
knocked
say, y'all don't
out.
think that if that woman trained for a solid
I was
year,
saying,
year and a
man.
half, that she will that she
I
could
don't
take
know
her?
if it's
Ain't
the
she like
same.
42?
Yeah.
What
I
that
don't
what
know
that
if
got to
it's
do
the
with
same.
anything?
I mean,
What you
42
mean?
against like 24.
It's reasons why
She's only
people not
24?
boxing.
I'm
at
assuming.
That,
Let's
at
look
that
it up.
age.
Let's Google it.
She's young
Is she?
though. The girl
That
is
chick
young.
is young. If
I mean,
she-
that's fair. So she might have speed, right? But that doesn't mean that
Speed,
she'll have.
endurance,
I mean,
stamina,
speed is
strength,
speed almost is everything.
Everything.
But like speed isn't. It's not tainted
There's
by age.
one
I feel like there's a lot to
champion, I think,
consider
that's
with this.
It's not
over
reduced
40,
by
right?
age. It's reduced by like laziness.
Yep, you're right. She's 24.
Yeah,
That's a lot.
Nah, man.
Well, they reversed 24.
That's what I'm
If I-
saying.
look,
I mean, if I get in the ring knowing
If y'all
I'm
talking
getting
about $10 million
$5
for the
at
winner,
least, fuck
I'm
that.
training on
I'll
speed.
fight that
I'm on
between-
the damn.
Shit. I'll fight Tyson right now for $5 million. Niggas tell me
Shit,
yo, you got
get
$5
knocked
million.
the
I'm
hell
like,
out.
right
Like
now.
6
Round
months.
one.
But, nigga,
Yo, Reed, you good?
yeah. Shit. Put that shit
Like, I
out of count
fixed
though,
his lip.
nigga. When I come out, we lit. Fuck that. Word. I'll fight Wilder right now, nigga. $5 million. What up? Right now. Let that nigga beat my ass, but fuck
We
it.
be in
You know
December
what
like,
I'm
yo,
saying?
Reed, how you feeling, bro?
Bloody marvelous.
I look like Martin after he fought Hitman Hearns. The lumps.
In the crib with the
Or
lump.
actually, you'll just look like what's his name? Michael B. Jordan in the Creed after he got his ass whooped. I mean, it was fun because you wouldn't have liked it.
I never saw that movie. So
he's anti.
He's anti Michael B.
I never
Jordan.
seen that movie.
That's why
He
So.
definitely want to look like Martin ass.
Yo, when he got lumped up, yo, that was the funniest.
That was the
shit.
dumbest thing at Martin.
Yo, that
Wait, who did he fight? It was a
the-
charity fight,
Tommy
right?
Hearns,
Tommy
Hitman.
Hearns. Yo.
The way
Oh, was he was a real boxer?
Yo,
Yes.
hell, what? Hitman Hearns was the
Sip
man.
the drink. Sip the drink.
Yo. That shit. But yeah, nah. Lately you gonna lose. Wilder, shut up, son.
Oh, speaking of Wilder,
Yeah,
y'all hear his excuse?
Man.
Son, your
He
bullshit.
why do people have to feel the need to say anything? Just don't
Tell the people what you're
respond.
talking about.
So
We're gonna elaborate.
speaking of the
Well,
ring,
Speaking of the ring, womp womp.
so you know Wilder lost to what's his name?
Tyson Fury.
Last week or whatever. And so I'm hearing this week he says that he lost because of his costume.
Yeah, he said his costume was 40 pounds and it messed up his legs and shit. So by the time he got out,
He boxed in the costume?
Yeah.
He
Yeah,
used to
walking
train
out.
with like a 45-pound thing. So that's like their debunk to it. It's like
Yeah.
weird as fuck. That nigga did
That's
look
an excuse.
Like he was weak at the
Exactly.
Exactly. To it
He
with his,
fought in the
He
costume?
looked-
No.
nah, when you come out.
Exactly. That's why I'm like, what are you talking about?
Because it's like to walk that long way with all that stuff on.
He said he had it on like 15
He had
minutes
it on
before he
15
came
before he
out,
came
and you
out.
walk out and come out.
You
So
know?
he had on like
So
30
you
minutes.
didn't know that when you
Said
practice?
you practice with this shit on. It's like, shut
Listen.
up, sir.
Fury beat his ass the first fight.
Yeah.
You really keep it fun. You look at boxing, you watch boxing. Fury beat his ass that first fight.
Question. I'm glad you said that. When he went viral for that whole, to this day, what battle was that?
fight?
What fight was that?
Look at you, the
What
battle.
battle?
It was the Fury.
It was Fury?
Because we would talk. Because we talked about that the last show too. Because he was asked a question about Black Lives or whatever the case is.
But he lost?
It was a draw, that fight.
It was a draw.
Yeah, but nah, Fury beat his ass. The only reason it was a draw is because he knocked Fury down at one time. So it was like
He got back
ah,
up
it
twice.
may look
He
like,
knocked him down twice.
So that's what it was. But take away those knockdowns, like you watch the fight, Fury
Why
beat
you had to
his
fight
ass.
him again?
Because
Because it was draw?
and
Yeah,
also it's
draw
contractual
rematch is gonna get
too.
money.
Yeah, it's
That's all
also
it's
in the
about.
contract.
People gonna watch it again, yeah. And they like the two best.
And he has 30 days. He can it's within the contract of the fight. He has 30 days. To
Oh,
say
absolutely.
the rematch.
Part 3 is coming.
Yeah, that's more money.
Shit. There's no doubt about it. And Fury
I mean,
gonna
there's
win
only
again.
3 prominent heavyweights right now,
They're
but
saying
everyone's
that
pushing the other guy.
He's not a
from
good
the front.
boxer. He's a good.
He's just kind of like.
I'm
crazy,
hearing different people
man.
say he's not really a good.
He's not a good technical boxer.
boxer.
He's
Well, he
not.
kept his longtime trainer. He decided to keep him, Breland. So
He's
Keeping him?
yeah, he's keeping him.
He's 6'7" and he's a monster. And most
But that's
times
what
he's
I'm
punching
saying.
down. And he's just so much that he overwhelms you. Fury is 6'9". So all of the advantages that you have over everybody else, you don't have on Fury. And he boxes better than you. So I'm bigger than you, and I box better than you.
You
It's
gotta
like,
have
fuck.
a certain level of mental toughness, a certain level of crazy too, to be a boxer. Cause I can't get my ass beat when like 63 million people watch and then live my life the next day.
With $5 million.
Niggas
Well,
give me
for-
$5 million.
nah,
Niggas
nah,
watch him
nah,
beat my ass.
And they getting more. They
Beat
getting
my ass.
like
Yeah, they
10,
getting
20.
more.
Nah.
Word.
I'm sorry, no, maybe I don't know.
Floyd and what's his name got 100,
Too
right?
much
When
pride.
McGregor got 100.
Maybe so. But then again, that comes
McGregor
with
got 100.
knowing what you're.
McGregor got 100 million for Floyd to beat. Floyd could beat my ass right now for 100 million. You stupid?
Yeah, you
Fight that little nigga right now for 100 million.
But I'm
Shit
just
won't
saying,
even
being
hurt.
a boxer, like being in that life, being a Deontay Wilder, and having to go through that backlash, like that takes a lot of mental toughness.
I mean, to me, I couldn't be a
the
boxer.
way
'cause I'm
that
not-
we didn't hold him down
Yeah.
when he lost, I'm like,
But how
damn.
can we hold
Hey, yo,
him
you
down?
ruined Black History
What do you
Month.
want us to do?
Names.
But you know how
Why
the
we
world
got
is.
clown like that though?
You know
But
how
that's
the
the
world is,
internet.
man. Yeah, you know how the
That's the
world is.
internet.
It's black internet. It's the black Twitter, black.
Because you lost to a white boy. You know how it goes.
I'm
Damn,
pretty sure
yo.
if Tyson Fury lost in the same fashion, we would have clowned him the same
Nah.
way.
No way.
No,
I think so.
We don't
we-
see those
Nah.
Before the fight,
memes.
though, like, was he like hyping himself up? Because I think that
He
makes
came
it
out in a fucking, I don't know.
a fucking shield and
I don't even know what to call
whatever,
that. That
but
shit
it's
some
like-
Shaolin mixed with
Look
Mortal
like Black
Kombat.
Panther.
Exactly, but you're doing the most. So
Exactly.
It's like, if you're doing the most from the get, it's like come with some shit, nigga.
When you
It's
do
the
the
same-
most at that, of course you're
But
gonna
it's
get
the same
clowned.
thing though. I saw this comparison where we violated Cosby. I don't see any Weinstein memes.
Now I seen a few when he tried to come in with the little walker in the court. Like,
Yeah, I seen
A few, but
Nigga
I'm
thought he was
saying the
going-
memes on Cosby was retarded.
Nah, but what I will say in our defense is like we don't give a fuck about
I hear a
Weinstein.
segue
Weinstein don't
coming.
mean nothing to our community. Cosby's actually
I get
like
it,
even
but
before
that's,
But
the
I
case.
also-
that's my
So-
problem. Though.
I also
but
think
what I'm saying is like rewind before this. If somebody comes to you and says, "Yo, Bill Cosby was charged," you like, "Oh shit!" In the beginning, when somebody was like, "Yo, Harvey Weinstein was charged," you was like, "Who?" And then you know
No,
him from
Bill-
this.
this
We
is my
know
issue.
Cosby from 40 years of loving
but
him.
this is my
so that's
issue.
why it's a difference.
I said this when it happened, way before there was an inkling of proof. Black people convicted Cosby 2 years before his trial.
I don't know though.
No, they did. They did. That's a fact.
Because 2 years before the trial, niggas was
It
20
was
years
all
deep.
memes.
Nah, but it was mad people from Hollywood like, yo, this nigga's a rapist.
No,
Like, yeah, hell
no,
yeah, mad.
no. I
So
can vouch
mad
for that.
people that
What are
was
your
No.
saying
thoughts?
that
What are your
shit
thoughts
before
now
the
on
trial.
Harvey Weinstein and his charges and him going facing jail
He
time?
didn't get convicted for the most important charge.
That's true.
So yeah, he got
Yeah.
and then like
He's gonna get some jail time.
maybe.
I don't
If
know.
I can
Yeah,
say,
don't
I
know.
also think
What happened?
Is he at the hospital?
He's still at the hospital.
He's still there.
He's still there.
Nigga came
That's
to court with the
strategy.
walker.
They say he was at Rikers. That's a lie.
No, they
went
they
in
removed
there,
him from Rikers.
They took him to Bellevue. I think they put him in Bellevue.
They took him from Rikers and put him in Bellevue. He's gonna be in an isolated.
Of course he is.
Yeah, because he's a high profile.
I think that when it comes to the memes and stuff like that, I think that we definitely like perpetuated it. I don't always know if we're responsible for the development of those things. Y'all know I be on my conspiracy theory shit. But I do feel like black people take things personally. So as a community, we do tend to like put people on blast on social media and things of that nature. I don't know if I just can't like, do we really have the time?
Time.
Do we really have the time to sit down and create the memes? I mean, I guess somebody does.
Yeah, they do.
And I
It's
think we
kids.
also
It's
underestimate
kids.
the power of like regulating like what's out there on social media too, because I also think that Harvey Weinstein has a different type of power than Bill Cosby does. And it's not that I don't think if it were that those memes were being created for one, I can't imagine that it wouldn't be for the other as well. I just wonder about like regulation and how.
It almost makes me feel like I only saw it because someone made a post about it, and then people posted the Weinstein memes that they saw. But had they not posted those memes because they saw it because of the post, I have not seen any Weinstein memes.
I think he don't matter to us. That's
He
what
doesn't.
it is.
I mean,
Before
and
it
again,
started,
you
it
only
don't
see the
matter.
shit
You're
that
not
you
gonna make
follow.
ones about shit
You
you
ain't
don't
following
matter
them people.
about.
You ain't following none of them Olsen twins. Like all of them people, Full House and all of that shit. That's the shit that Weinstein is responsible for. You ain't
If
following
they're
none of that shit.
posting it, I guess I'm not following a bunch of white people, so maybe that's why.
That's what I meant. I was just trying to
Right.
say.
And even people, period. Bill Cosby means way more to people than Harvey Weinstein does. Like,
our people.
To black
unless
people.
to people, period. Even if you ask the average white person before all of this happened, if you ask somebody on the street, yo, who's Harvey Weinstein? They'd be like, who? But if
Yeah.
you ask somebody on the street, yo,
I knew
who's
his
Bill
name
Cosby?
since I knew
Niggas
his
be
name
like,
since the 90s
I don't
because
I
of the
didn't-
credits on Full House.
But shit, if somebody would have came into me on the street like, yo, Harvey Weinstein, I would have been like, who?
It's not that
Like,
it's not that I
don't
know who the
nigga.
person is, but I'm just saying like I would be familiar with the name in the very same way that like I just feel like we wouldn't know him because.
Would you have
To
cared
your
as
point.
much as something
Nah,
that happened
don't
to
care as
Cosby?
much.
That's what I'm saying. It's like when it happens to Bill
Point taken.
Cosby, it's somebody you know. It's like, oh
Like
shit.
we
So
only
those
are
memes
vested.
going
We
here.
only care because they're frying ours, so you have to fry theirs. That's the only reason why black people even care
I don't
about
know.
Weinstein
Yeah,
going to jail.
To me, I don't really. I'm not on that tit for tat shit. Like I don't care. Like wrong is wrong is wrong. You got
No, I am, because
somebody did
no,
wrong.
because
I don't know,
I
it
am,
don't
because
make him more or less wrong to me. Like
No, because Cosby, in my opinion, if he was white, I don't think that based on the case, if you actually follow the case that actually put him in jail, if he was white, it wouldn't have had any.
oh yeah. Nah, I
That
agree with
case,
that.
what the case that got him in jail was bogus. If you really like follow the case, like just even with the woman, he also kind of like.
But Weinstein going to jail don't make me feel better about that. You know what I'm saying? If he
It
goes
doesn't,
down, I'll be
because-
like, all right, good. Like nah, I'm still.
But
be
more
like, yo, this is some
importantly, though,
bullshit to-
because he was not he wasn't convicted for sexual assault, which is the highest one.
Yeah.
Cosby was convicted not for sexual assault, but for aggravated assault, I believe.
Yeah, I can't remember.
Either way, my only care in the world for Weinstein, for him being such a monster and being the bigger monster, That's why I want him to go. I want him to be in jail.
Yeah, I think wrong is wrong. He should be in jail, but it don't.
Yes, but
And I don't even believe in capital punishment, but he needs to be seen.
because the Cosby situation, I'm not defending him at all in no way, shape, or form. However, I do subscribe to the conspiracy with his particular case because I feel like this is what I'm trying to say. With black people didn't hold him down. All the people, all the organizations that he gave money before there was an inkling of proof, right? This is like early on. Everyone detached themselves from him.
But I don't think that just started with the case, right? Cosby, a long time ago, has been condemning the culture. Cosby,
No,
for a
that's
long time
why
ago,
black
has been
people
condemning the
also
culture.
went hand with the memes because
So
of
it's
his
like
condemnation.
you get what you put out. Like, don't want love from us now, especially with that freaking tweet. Snoop Dogg, like, thanks. Like, shut your ass up. You didn't give a shit about rappers back in the day. I'm talking about the tweet that came from his account the other day after the Gayle case. It probably was his wife or somebody who did that shit, but Bill Cosby didn't fuck with rappers.
Yeah,
he had no respect for rappers.
He tried to big up Snoop for getting that Gayle, like, yeah, good, something they attacking and some shit
Fake
like
shit.
that. Like,
Fake ass
basically
shit.
trying to put himself
When he was the
on-
first talk about
Segway.
pull up your pants and
Speaking
do all that
of
shit.
your homegirl,
Who Gayle?
busted shit.
Oprah.
What up, Oaks?
You're-
What Oak
She
do?
busted shit.
Kobe crossed her
Yeah,
in the
she
afterlife,
busted
and she
shit.
busted her ass this week.
Who the fuck let her? Who let her speak in L.A. anyway?
Oh, she fell in L.A.?
Who let her speak in
So
L.A.
we're sitting down here
anyway?
and laughing at a black woman who fell?
Yes.
That's what we're doing?
Listen.
I just want y'all to know that y'all can
Hold on.
need to be okay
If one
with
of my
fucking
aunts
laughing with
tripped and
black women.
fell, I would laugh at them. So you
Sip
damn
bourbon.
sure
No,
gonna
I'm not
believe.
laughing. I'm just saying that most
bitch
people are
fool.
saying.
Ha 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 ha
Hell
ha. I'm
fucking
laughing.
yeah.
Y'all continue
Hold
to
up.
sit down
Most
there and make a
people
mockery
are-
of people who look like your
No.
mamas.
$1 billion ass on.
Wait.
If my mama fall, I'ma laugh.
Sorry.
You ain't
Am I right?
shit. You ain't
Cameron,
shit.
Most people are. I'm only bringing it up because I'm seeing posts of the guys are like Kobe's ghost crossed her while she was giving the speech, and basically that's why she was giving the speech and she kind of just
She was talking about balance. She's like,
About
we
balance.
need to have balance. And bust her shit. Like,
Yeah. Let's talk about the fact that
They had
his
one-night
wife
stands.
is going to be
Talk about
suing. I
that.
believe that I don't know if she's suing. I'm jumping the gun, but apparently like photos of his crime scene were released.
Well, not crime scene. It was.
Of the I know, right? The scene of the crash. Yeah. Well, if it's judged a homicide because of neglect, then it will be considered a crime scene. But whatever. I'm just saying technicalities. No, because she's filing a wrongful suit death, right? I mean, a wrongful suit claim, if that's the case.
Yeah.
And if it's said that to be negligent, then it could be considered a crime scene. I'm just explaining technicality, my friend.
No, I know.
But like, yeah, she's suing that. Let's deviate from making mockery of black people.
we're not mocking her. I just wanted to bring it up because that was news this week.
She just fell.
Because she
And-
didn't trip over a cord, did she?
Nah.
it was nothing there. LA Times shouldn't even let her fucking
You
do
ain't
that.
shit.
What Filet would say? Ain't nothing over there.
Word up.
What the fuck did you fall over?
Nothing.
Ain't nothing over there.
Look at y'all making a mockery of black women. Y'all ain't shit.
Yeah, she could fall. Damn.
Filet.
Damn
You gonna
sure
get y'all
don't.
asses.
Damn
You gonna
sure
get y'all
don't.
asses. You gonna
Oprah
get
is
your ass.
not
She
black.
already been got.
What bad juju you tripping over?
Oprah stopped being black a long time ago. Oprah's green.
Speaking of Oprah and Gayle, they was talking about how they had one night stands and shit.
Bro, I told you Gayle be lickety splitting with Oprah, scissoring.
They've been saying
Oh,
that, but I
kinda-
don't know if that's so true.
And
Yes.
then there's photos of like, I
Scissor.
guess I'm assuming she has like a butt,
Scissor.
and she's.
Oh, Gayle got the fatty. Yeah, niggas supposed to.
Yeah, I'm like, come
fuck
on.
that fat nasty. Fucking
See, disrespectful
saggy,
Like, come
but
on.
depends, soggy
Reef.
depend, but
Disrespectful Reef.
fuck out of here. It's yo, I will bomb on her for the rest of time. Niggas don't you if you don't know, I'm fucking super Mamba Army. Yeah, anybody who knows. So fuck her to the death. I will never co-sign anything that woman ever does.
Speaking of Gayle, segue.
Ever.
Did you guys
Fuck
check
her.
out the Democratic debate this past week? She
It was another one?
She was actually one of the moderators.
Gayle?
Yeah.
Why are you hating so fucking hard?
Anything,
You don't
all
be hating
hate.
on no.
All hate. Oh, hey, you started it. I'm gonna retaliate. I never start.
I hate
But the
you.
retaliation.
Did you
will
go?
always
Did
be
you go back
20.
and listen to the first question?
Which question? Of what? The
Poor
debate?
black women.
So did you
God
check it
bless
out?
y'all.
Did you check out the debate?
No, I didn't.
I watched
didn't
it.
know.
It was
I don't
it was
have the
hard.
time to set myself up that way.
It was hard to watch. I don't know because it was
None
like
of these people ever have anything to say.
they were all like degrading each other.
That's it. Yeah.
Yeah,
they-
that's what
And it was just, and then like the moderators didn't have a great grasp on it. Not that they ever do, but it was just
'cause
like,
they're not professionally trained
Yeah.
moderators, not to hate, but you're going to get fucking Gale. Like, there are people that literally have been trained for years to do this. You have them on the highest stage, literally, for the presidency of the United States to be the leader of the free world. And who the fuck do you go get? Gale.
I mean,
'Cause
but you
wanna
have Trump in
fucking
but you
sound-
have Trump as president.
You act like I'm co-signing this shit. Nah,
But you going like you going hard as shit on
What I'm saying
Gale.
is the whole shit is a fucking mockery.
all
Everything
Gale's
about
fault.
it is a mockery. Look who you got in fucking office. Look who you got
You
moderating the
watched it?
debates. Like, all the shit is a
yeah,
joke.
it was a bit unsettling.
The country's a fucking
It's
joke.
like they're at a place of desperation.
Yeah, and everybody had something to say
WWF.
about Bernie.
And this
Like
motherfucker-
everybody.
Well, everyone is going to because
know.
interestingly
Winning.
enough, they say that, but they also say that. This is
Biden
me
just won
watching
South
this, like
Carolina.
watching documentaries and shit. But they say that socialist ideals are the ideals that like folks have historically driven to attack because socialist ideals would like unravel
Of course.
like the democracy the way that it stands, capitalism the way that it stands. So of course everybody went in on Bernie.
yeah, it was interesting.
winning.
Gutenberg, he was I don't.
Gutenberg.
Gutenberg's his name? Buttigieg?
Buttigieg.
Buttigieg. Gutenberg. Buttigieg.
I've been calling him booty guy. I'm
I
sorry.
can't.
I've been calling him booty guy.
Booty
Steyer
guy.
fell out. Like he dropped out.
Yeah,
At the
I wish.
that's the dude. The dude
If
who
you
was like
guys-
he's not afraid of Trump.
If you
yeah,
had to select,
and
I
he was
liked
like,
him.
I did too.
I love what he had to say though,
if you had
man.
to select your candidate, who would it have been?
It would have been him.
Between him and Warren.
Yeah,
I would take.
I love Warren.
I would
would've
take
been
Ether.
perfect.
She was talking some of that good shit, but it's like
She
Steyer
talks
liked
spicy.
her.
Who?
Warren.
You
she
see-
was
Well,
not
you see
bad.
Bloomberg making a statement now,
Yeah.
talking about we built the country off the
Uh-huh.
lives of black.
He needs to
Bloomberg
go.
is in
No,
that
fuck
for
that
Trump.
shit.
That's Trump's
Like
man.
that
Yeah.
man
Cause
is
the
like there's no shame to his game. Like
That nigga is paying for votes.
And this time they separated them two. They put, I think, who they put between them? Booty
Booty guy.
Buttigieg.
Ooh.
Buttigieg.
You need to learn your candidate's name.
No, well, his name is the one that escapes me. They put Warren. They put him between Warren and Bloomberg. So I thought that was quite interesting. 'Cause last
Well,
time they were,
Biden just won.
yeah, it's just South Carolina, yeah, but
And I mean that's not good because that kind of like
That's just an old white man state. He gonna win that. Like that's
I don't
an
take
old
no.
him
It
being
seems like the
man.
black
He gonna
people
go.
in the South. I mean, South, they voted for him.
I'm not gonna hold. He's an OG though. He's the only one that can say whatever the fuck he want on that
I
stage.
mean, but he's like,
Biden. He like,
But
hey,
you
hey,
can't-
hey, you had enough time.
right, but you
Let me
can't
go.
keep using that. It's like you're trying to go off the
I know.
Obama coattail thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I was in
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, he
Yo.
was though.
Yeah,
That's
but
that.
like,
That's
Yo,
his
that
shit.
But I
That's
think
his
that
shit.
that's the reason why black
be
people
sunning
was
him.
voting for him because he
because
was.
you
Nah,
Obama,
all
it's
vote,
like,
all
what
votes
are
he
you-
gets
what
is
have
gonna be
you
off the back
done?
of Obama.
It's like, but what have you done?
But that's the thing. That's the
would
thing.
He
do
about
also did that
strategy.
criminal shit on black people though. What was that thing he did?
Yeah.
He
Which
that's
one?
that's him
Like,
behind that.
He's voted on a ton of policy. I feel like he's voted. He supported
Thank you.
the superpower policy. Super.
Take your time.
What do you call him? The super.
Predator.
Yeah, the super predator policy back in the
Yeah.
day. If I'm not mistaken, he's supported a couple of like fucked up policies back in the day. However, the thing about strategy and strategic voting is that you don't have to get people to read exactly what the fuck you did. You have to get them to like believe that there's a connection to something that they believe in. And like that's the sad part about it, right?
I think it's interesting that with this Democratic debate, they're all following the same format that Trump did when he was running.
They
Like,
have to.
It's crazy.
You have to
It's
now.
bad. Yeah, I know.
You
that's
have
what
to
it's
change the
turned
way that
into.
you.
In what way?
But that's
Like
crazy.
think about it, just controversies. Warren
Just
dropping
being
like
dirty.
yeah,
It's
just
just
being
about- yeah, it's
dirty.
about dirty.
It sounds like a rap battle.
Well, didn't you?
Yeah.
That
Receipts.
O's from the crowd.
Word.
Like, is this a fucking debate or like?
Called Stafford to have an abortion.
Yeah, serious.
Oh,
I
shit.
found the receipt under the garbage.
Who said that? She did.
Exactly.
Oh shit.
Mayor Bloomberg
This bitch
still
got
has the
sex
nooses
accounts.
from 1945.
I don't know.
And the signature of the Ku Klux Klan members.
It's kind of disgusting.
It is.
It's kind of gross.
Yeah.
But this is the thing that like forces you to want to like remove yourself from like caring about that process, because I'm not interested in watching the debates and stuff like that, because I know it's nothing. Move to Antigua more so.
That too. Okay.
I mean, but like, it's interesting.
Who has a shot to beat Trump?
Bloomberg.
Nobody.
Bloomberg.
Hell no.
Bloom because he has the resources.
Bloomberg.
We don't want Bloomberg though.
I don't, but he has.
We had him for like 15 years in New York.
He has the resources to do it, and he has all the Negro people supporting him. He have Jeff Canada. He got all these Negroes on whatchamacallit,
by the time
supporting
you get,
him.
But if you represent the Democratic Party, funds are not a problem. Like once you get to that level, funds is not an issue. Like it ain't gonna be one. The election's not gonna be won based off money.
You need the resources to get to that point.
That's true. You do.
I don't.
No, I'm just saying you need the resources to become the primary Democratic candidate.
Trump is winning. Trump is winning.
There's a strong chance that this man may be reelected.
No, he's winning.
And then we're gonna be on some Handmaid's Tale shit.
No, he's going to win.
So I'm prepared for myself. I come onto this country.
Bernie should win, but Trump will win. Like it's not.
Look, I was surprised when I woke up and I saw that Trump won the last time. Okay,
Yeah,
I remember the day when I
was still
woke
waiting.
the fuck
Like,
up.
all
And I was like,
right, yo, like, wait, all right.
And that shit
Come
had
with it.
him,
Like,
like-
nah, we joking, we bullshitting. Like,
I don't know.
He was surprised too.
He was surprised. You should.
He was surprised too.
When he was in his chair, he was like, "Oh shit."
surprised.
He
He
never
was.
thought. I think he was bullshitting, and like won on some bullshit. Like
He won on some bullshit.
Yeah, it was mad funny. I was I don't know if you guys watched this show on HBO. It's called High Maintenance.
oh shit.
I love that show.
High maintenance, not high
Maintenance.
fidelity.
Yeah, not that one. That was a good show. We can talk about shows in a second, but it was a particular episode was after the election, and he's like a weed guy. Premise of the show, he's a weed guy to everybody in the city, and then everybody was just down buying weed from him, and then like he ran out of weed because everybody was just so down because they wanted to smoke out.
yeah,
It was funny.
Shit is.
So I'm wondering what's going to be the aftermath of this particular election. So.
They'll kill Bernie before they let him go. They'll kill Bernie before they let him go.
Well, a lot of people said, I mean, thankfully it didn't happen with Obama. You know,
but I think
that was
that's
the
different.
most
But everyone was
nerve-wracking.
expecting that.
Green
And I
Trump-
bet you that there were
that was-
attempts, but they wouldn't.
Green Trump's black though.
Because just
Like-
think about people who were like baby boomers, like like around that time, like they were thinking that, like my dad, people were around that time.
Who's Bernie's?
They don't kill you now.
Who's his
They
running
kill you
mate?
in different ways.
Has he even named one? Him and Sanders just need to like team up like Voltron.
Who
like,
did
just
they say
combine
that?
together and make one.
I heard them mention Hillary's name with someone.
Nah,
Yeah.
hell no.
They
They
mentioned
mentioned
Hillary with,
Hillary with someone.
Hillary's with
Hillary
With
kill
Biden.
your
Is it
whole
Biden?
shit.
I think so.
They
Biden.
mentioned Hillary with
They
someone.
kill your whole shit.
I think Sanders should team up with
Warren.
Warren.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Sanders and Warren should team
She,
up.
I like her.
I mean,
Neither
that
one
would
of them
be a
gonna take the
dynamic.
lead.
That would be a dynamic.
Neither one of them
with.
wants to take
I like
the
what
back
she's
seat.
standing for.
I
Yeah.
fuck with Warren, but I fuck
She-
with
She's
She's the
Give a
only
fuck.
she's the first person that I heard speak on reparations.
Yeah.
She
right?
don't give a fuck.
Which is what made me like Kamala. That's what you like. Kamala lost me at education. Like, girl, bye.
Yeah.
But so she ain't never had my vote. But Warren got me when she like was the first white woman to speak on reparations.
I
That's
didn't
what
know
first
how
wave
Kamala
feminism was supposed to be
even a
about.
good
Sanders
candidate.
mentioned reparations during that debate.
But I think
as
after
well.
her.
No, I'm not saying he was. Like, I'm just saying he mentioned it in the debate. Yeah.
Can we
not
talk
gonna be
about
something.
this coronavirus?
Yeah, I was gonna.
Yes. The first death in Washington State.
Deadass?
The first death in Washington State, but then there was also a reporting that there were 200 people who passed through Atlanta Hartsfield Airport with symptoms of the corona that were likely to have the coronavirus. 200.
And there's a state of emergency in San Francisco.
Well, it's
Well, I
on
wanna
that side
say
of the
this.
country,
I want to say this though. A lot of people I see, even people I know this weekend, were buying masks and stuff like that.
2 kids came to one of the schools that I was working with. We had 7:30 a.m. text messages talking about kids walking up with masks. Remove them ASAP.
Well, I
I'm
want to
not.
say this though.
Because those types of things
For
cause alarm.
one, people have to educate themselves, right? So the masks, from what I'm seeing too, like They don't really protect you.
Motherfuckers is dying that little paper mask
you-
and hand
like,
it
sanitizer
lasts
ain't
like-
doing
You
shit.
can contract the
good,
virus with
tell
a
you.
handshake.
It's good for 2 hours before your own breath. It says it starts to do something after 2 hours. Where the bottom line is
And
that
you can
people.
have symptoms up to 4 weeks before you know that you actually have it.
Well, the bottom line is that people need to be doing the obvious, which I made a post about: washing your hands and covering your fucking mouths. I don't understand.
Okay, others on the train. I'm just gonna say
Yes.
others. If you think you fall under that category, then that's what you are.
Yo,
And I don't take the train because I've been
I
saw your
don't.
nasty asses.
These niggas are nasty.
they are. So
But
I
please
took-
start covering your damn
I
mouths
took
when you're on
the
the train.
train for the first time in a long time this weekend, right? Friday. And I'm like, the amount of people that are walking around just like coughing into air. I'm like, what the fuck? So I'm screaming out like, cover your mouth. Like, what is that is how people are getting scared. But doing shit like that is how you catch it. And then also, we're not cognizant of how much we touch our faces. So you need to be using your right. And then when you get home, wash your hands, or whenever you have a chance to wash your hands, because that's how you contract it. You contract it by touching shit, then touching yourself, and by not keeping your germs to yourself. Walking around with the mask is not really gonna do it. Not gonna cut it. That's what I really wanted to say. I feel like people need to like also.
Stop being nasty people.
I've gotten well, maybe next show. I got sent 2 videos, and I started watching it, but I really didn't feel like even being consumed by the coronavirus. But I think people need to educate themselves.
Y'all don't think that some bullshit is called the coronavirus?
Yeah.
With Mexican
But you know
and
what?
his anti-Hispanic hate?
COVID-18 now, if I'm not mistaken. COVID. Yeah, it's COVID.
Wherever you be.
It's been around. Like,
The
it
fact
always
that it's
been
called-
around, but it just started like.
Yeah.
But here's
crazy
the
as
thing.
shit.
One of
Shit
my
don't just
friends
start to
posted
spread.
this from.
Well, now, but like it's on the
Like,
back
it's
of
almost
Lysol.
timely.
Like
Yeah.
it was on the back of Lysol. Like
And,
10
like,
years ago,
the-
like kills coronavirus.
All
that,
of these
so,
types
it
of
was out
things,
there, but
war, like
Like, it's
angst,
very
all of this
timely.
contributes to the
It's very
economy.
timely.
All of
Like,
these.
it helps you get your mind off the other shit that motherfuckers are doing to like really impact your life. So these things are timely, but you do need to cover your fucking mouths.
That's
Like,
very
I cut my
important.
mouth.
I didn't really take
And
it.
wash your hands. But here's
Wash your
here's an excerpt though from this book by Dean Koontz, The Eyes of Darkness, and it's just kind of weird that he wrote in around 2020, a severe pneumonia-like illness will spread throughout the globe, attacking the lungs and the bronchial tubes and resisting all known treatments. Almost more baffling than the illness itself will be the fact that it will suddenly vanish as quickly as it arrived, attack again 10 years later, and then disappear completely. It's just kind of weird that, like, this book is probably written, like, however many years ago, but it's like,
I mean, we had the Ebola virus.
But that's what I was
We
gonna say. It's like a
we
bunch
had
of different
that.
little
Remember we
Somebody
had
just had that shit in a
mosquito
vial.
thing?
The West
And then when
Nile
it's
was-
time-
the
we
West
had this.
Nile was
We had
a-
Corona.
but
we had the
the
SARS.
Ebola wasn't to this magnitude.
And then another thing is
it
also
was.
paying attention to the way that people are responding to it, because that's strategic as well, right? You only respond to it now that there's a death in the U.S. In my opinion,
But the U.S. is also not doing the right thing, right? So this girl, I gotta find the article. She posted that she traveled from Japan. She came back here with a high fever, went to the hospital. Because Japan was not initially on the list, they did not treat her for corona. They told her just to go home. So they're also turning away people that have the symptoms. They want to just kill people off, yo. So she's basically quarantined herself.
and there's something about like population control too.
Yeah,
Definitely.
I believe that.
Japan shut down all schools nationwide, and that's when I really took the shit serious. Like I was just.
But
kinda
when
like,
was that?
This was what, a couple days ago.
Exactly.
And you got to
But,
think.
but how dumb do you have to be in the hospital to if someone tells you, I just came from Japan and I have these symptoms, you say, well, Japan is not on the list. So you're okay.
But like you ain't down the street, dumbass.
Look, see Japan here.
and then Japan gets added.
To go.
2
But
days
that tells you
after
about that tells you about humans. There's a ton of humans that are just friggin' stupid. Oh, I have somebody for call out this effing week. This woman named Earfrat. Oh, my Roswell.
What?
Who?
I mean, I can't call she out, but just to call out your last name. There is this woman that I encountered this week. She is a rasshole.
What is her name?
First and foremost, she's a judge.
Air Fresh.
You know what? I don't quite know how to say her name because when I walked into her effing office, I asked her how to say her name and the bitch told me to shut up. Sorry, God, for calling her out to her name.
Really? Do tell more.
Yeah.
She didn't say shut up because I
What did
might
she
have had a
say?
blackout moment.
What did she say?
Woo. But she was like, what'd she say?
It was like
Don't talk.
speak yet. Like don't talk. It's extra. It was just like an extra process. She was like an extra bitch. It was just like a very extra experience. You know?
Who is she?
But what I have to say to these people who are paid by the government of New York City, and I dirty Rass, is that I understand that y'all feel as though y'all have all the rights in the world to do what you want to do. But we see you. We see when you're not educated. We see when you don't have values, when you have no real purpose in life. We see when it is that you have a role and you think that it's okay to just exercise power because that just makes you feel good. And we understand that you ain't shit in this world. Ugh, that was nasty. Yeah. You ain't shit. And God bless you. And I hope that God have some mercy upon you when you enter his gates. But if it were me, I'd send you downstairs of hell because people like you do not deserve to be around civilized people. God bless you, Miss Earfrat.
Well, you know what? When you said that, you spoke to something that happened to me today. But the guy ended up apologizing, right? But I took Megabus. Now, when I purchased the ticket...
Shout out to Megabus.
Maybe not. Yeah, fuck.
I said that to be funny. I know.
So I purchased a ticket, right? It was a glitch on the site. It was 3 tickets in the cart. Yeah. I removed it, right? Removed 3, 2 of them. Mm-hmm. But the one that I ended up purchasing was mind you, this is at 10 o'clock. They basically gave me a 10 o'clock ticket at 10 o'clock. Then they had this stupid policy. So when I got there for the 11:30 bus that I wanted, right, I'm thinking it's not going to be a big deal, right? Because I can show that I purchased a ticket at 10. So why would I purchase a ticket at 10 for a 10 o'clock bus if I'm not even here, right? But I see that people actually purchase on there. I don't know, but whatever. I say to the guy, I say, sir, I purchased a ticket at 10 and I really wanted the 11:30 ticket. It was a glitch because it was every time I hit the 11:30, it wouldn't go to the cart. So when I got to the cart, it had 3 tickets. Mm-hmm. He's like, you have to call customer service.
Mm-hmm. Sir, no.
What time was it?
This is at the 11:30 bus. The bus is here.
I can't.
Exactly. So I said, no, I'm getting on this bus, right? So maybe I shouldn't have said that. So I ended up acting a fool. Didn't get on the bus. That's why you see my luggage, right? But we got into it because he was so rude, and I feel like
customer service is something.
Exactly. That's why I'm saying to him, you telling me to call customer service. First of all, their bus stop is it's in White Marsh for Baltimore, so it's not really. It's you're around nothing, right? So it's like
White Marsh.
It's White Marsh. It's like outskirts of Baltimore.
Got it.
And it's probably like a mall across yonder.
Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about.
Right. It's like, either way, I'm just like, we got into it and I ended up acting a fool because I felt like he was so rude. Like, how do you tell me? You didn't even hear my story. So this is why I ended up cursing him out. Because when the bus driver came, I'm standing to the side, right? I knew that I couldn't get right because he already deaded me, right? So I'm standing there. I'm like, okay, I'm going to let the people get on, and then I'm getting on. Because I already see it's not that many people. Right. All he had to do was tell me the 11:30 bus picks up more people elsewhere, but he didn't. So I'm talking to the bus driver. I'm telling him, I'm like, I told him the story. He listened to me. I said, that's not fair. So you basically, the site basically charged me the highest ticket, because, they advertise cheapest ticket. The 11:30 bus was $25. The one I got charged for was $35 or whatever. You know what I mean? So I'm like, you charge me more.
Why would I even want to pay
exactly.
for the more expensive one, jackass?
So he was like, that makes sense. So then he went on the bus. He basically, I was explaining, he like, you're right. Because that's bad business. Like, I got gypped and then you telling me I can't get on the bus? So he was like, miss, the bus is going to be full. I'm like, the bus is not full. Because even when I purchased the ticket, you see all the seats. Mm-hmm. It's not full. Mm-hmm. No one still says, until he went and got the thing and said that, we stop in Jersey, we stop in Delaware. okay, so you have to,
Yeah, but even then, like, some of these people are getting the fuck off. So, like, stop playing with me.
Well, no, they're getting picked up there to go to New York.
No, I understand, but some of them are coming off, too.
Maybe I don't think so.
I didn't.
Maybe, but I could have risked it, but then they can't do it because the risk I would have taken the risk, but I couldn't have taken it. But I was nicer to him because he appeased me. This guy's gonna say, "Oh, you see how she talked nice to him, not nice to me." Then he says, "Because I'm West Indian." That's when I cursed him out. I said, "What?"
Where was he from?
He said, "Because I'm West Indian." He had an accent.
No, but which West Indian island?
He was Guyanese, I think.
South America.
Doesn't matter. But the nerve
I claim Guyanese people. Behave yourself.
You can go ahead.
Me claim Guyanese people.
Claim all of them.
But the nerve of him,
me.
he says because he's West Indian that he's the problem. So I felt the way about that. Like that was ignorant. What is you being West Indian? I didn't say anything about you being West Indian. You were rude. It's business. Customer service. Like if I'm telling you that you basically charge me the more expensive ticket, and I'm showing you the time.
Fact that he went to that tells him.
All he had to do was appease me. Miss, this is what it is. He just told me call customer service. The bus is full.
Right.
What the fuck?
You give no fucks about it.
You no fucks about me.
Call customer service.
You can't get on this bus.
Anyway, what you said made sense just about how people. Just dealing with people, like, and I was saying that to him. I said, you're a worker. You're a fucking worker. Clearly, I run a business.
Raine.
I went here because workers always power trip.
And that's the thing.
Workers are the ones that power trip the most. They talk down.
Miss Earfrats.
Because you don't.
You feel like you have
it's
power.
not your business.
It's like when people think they have power.
Then
Russ,
that's
for you.
like thinking you have power.
And that's
Purpose over power.
Exactly.
I think I said that shit while we were in there.
And I told the bus driver, I said, he's power tripping. Because that was rude. All you have to do was appease me.
And that's where I just
anyway, that's my Raine rant.
It should be itching to want to.
But he ended up apologizing because I gave him my whole Black Power speech. Like I said, we're black. Like I felt a way off rip because he is black and you're talking to him like this. You know what I mean?
Feel bad. It's like, nigga, you done lost your mind.
Exactly. I mean, I felt a way because it's just like it's always black people doing it. It's like
and it's a nigga that
So I'm like, you talking about you West Indian? I said, I don't see West Indian. Sorry. I see black men. You know what I'm saying?
Told y'all she's not as calm as me.
Anybody could get it.
Not as
So,
calm as me.
I guess this is
But he apologized. He ended up apologizing. He said, "Miss, I'm sorry." I'm like, okay, cool. But it got ugly real quick. Yeah, but he got me acting like a bird. Like,
would he have been compelled to say sorry?
No, he was trying to use the.
You saying sorry
what
now
saved
because
me?
I done showed my ass.
That and that the girl who also said the same thing, it was a glitch on site, so she was trying to purchase a ticket. She was Guyanese too, so she intervened.
So he found relatability.
He was trying to use her, but she was like, "No, sir."
Said it was a glitch.
Exactly.
Behave yourself.
Oh, your cousin co-signed.
Your cousin co-signed it.
It's a glitch, people. My man says.
Lord.
Did you get on the bus?
No, I didn't.
You didn't get on the bus?
No, after all that. That's what I'm saying. He came afterwards. I acted up. I'm like, shut up. Like, shut the fuck. Because then the man came over to me offering me a ride to somewhere else. And he's in my car. I said, is he fucking talking to you? Like, why are you in the conversation? Like, so I ended up burning out because it was just like I can't get on the bus. You took my money. I paid
right
more.
too.
Exactly.
You were right too.
And you know what? Shit. I'm like, mind your business. And he's like, shut me up. I said, oh, I could.
He said that?
I said,
no,
wait. No, I said, I could have someone come here and shut you up.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
And you know what's so funny? This is I'm gonna tell you this off camera.
Tempt me. Tempt me.
He ended up apologizing, right? So someone did come, right? Not for that, but I still mentioned it when I left. He tells me that he did a soft check. I'm like, why? You had to say nothing. He checked him like, oh, so you told her you need somebody. He was the man told him no, it wasn't. It's not me. The man will be here. He left already. He lied. He was scared.
Now you really deserve
So you piping bad with me, but then somebody comes to check you and you like.
But that's how it normally is. People
It
always
wasn't
want
me.
to pick fights with people that
wasn't
they
me.
feel that they can beat. Men always want to pick fights. People on the road always want to pick fights with people that they feel as though they can beat. People in the streets always want to pick fights with people that they can beat. It's always interesting how people like
It's just that I told him
that
you
way.
can't just write people off like that. If somebody purchases a ticket, that's poor business. And then when I ask you for your full name, now you don't want to give me your name. Give me your name and your number. Now you don't want to give me your name because you're being rude. Like, appease the people. Then he's like, well, I'm sorry. It's just that someone else cursed me out because I was West Indian. What did I do with
Sorry,
me?
Cam. Cool hot water. Freak you.
Yeah, that's petty. He deserves to get kicked.
Word.
Well, a quick segue. I found that song.
Oh, which song?
Do your ears hang low?
The one from the beginning.
It's a great segue to your story.
That was like so long ago.
I know, right? I just figured why not. So the original verse is as niggers love a watermelon. But this was brand new to me. I wasn't aware of this. That it was synonymous to the Mr. Softy. Yeah, like come on, niggas.
Get your popsicle, niggas.
Yeah, that's how they getting this.
It's disgusting.
It's through the Popeyes chicken and it's through the Mr. Softy ice cream. I think I'm good now. I'm not gonna. And both of which they're stationed in front of our school.
Mr. Softy wasn't even allowed in my neighborhood growing up. We had Johnny the ice cream man. No bullshit. No
Johnny.
bullshit. Nigga, Johnny had Shotty underneath
If
the
his
seat.
ass wasn't Jerome.
No, I'm dead ass.
What?
Nah, I ain't gonna
No way.
front. Nah, he was white, but Mr. Softy was not allowed in Star. Anybody who grew up within like
And
a
that shit
20
sounds
year
mad
period,
wrong.
shit was not allowed. He could
Why
not
didn't
come
I
in
know
Star
this?
at all. When he got to Flatlands, he was making that turn. No, nobody who grew up in Star got Mr. Softy in the 90s. I
And
tell
then
you
pause
that's a
too,
fact.
like Mr. Softy.
No Mr. Softy in the 90s. Niggas know.
Mr. Softy, that
Straight
was-
Johnny.
Word.
Straight Johnny.
No
R.I.P.
Mr.
to
Softy.
Johnny, man.
Johnny Italian. Actually, let me go for Jerome.
I mean, if it would have been a black dude, it would
What'd
have been
you
better,
say?
but fuck, he had a black wife. Johnny wife was black.
Okay, we can deal with
Johnny
Johnny.
wife was black, yup.
Yeah, but fuck Mr. Softy.
Fuck Mr. Softy. Never.
No
We'll
more.
Never fuck with Mr. Softy.
So on that note, episode 62.
Episode number 62.
A lot of feelings in this episode. Shout out to Kimmy. Thank you for coming.
Whoop whoop, about time.
Finally.
First time, yeah, it been a minute.
Sister them come through
2 years.
all the time.
We be coming up with
Spread the love to the women them. Women love them.
Crazy.
The black women love them.
It's like crazy.
63 next week. Yeah. Have a great week, guys.
You gonna play the song?
I played it already.
Played it.
I didn't
You
hear
don't
it.
have that.
Because you didn't have your headphones on. I mean, it's this thing we're trying. Put the headphones
You
on.
lit
You
again?
I'm not.
know.